Janelle was there. Jaden, what's up? Josh Valley, what's up? I'm sorry I haven't been live. I was supposed to go live 2 days ago, but had some shit going on. Um, where the fuck? There we go. He said he just got an Outcast shirt. But yeah, I got it joint from Walmart. Walmart got that shit. They got polo and everything up in there. Yeah, I'm back. I know I'm a little late on this Umar thing, but I had time to watch everything unfold. So I got the full scoop. I know everything that's going on. I ran across a lot of videos that that man is fucking all the way cooked. Like he done. Like this ain't like the fall. And you know what? I'm seeing the same patterns as young Pharaoh. When young Pharaoh spent all his money, who did he blame? Baby mama or a chick that he was messing with in the bank? Did nobody else? Nobody caught that? Except me. But young Pharaoh said the exact same thing. The banks suspected fraud. You know, he spent the money and then blamed it on the bank and said they shut down his accounts. I don't think that's the case. We're gonna get into that, but it's parallel to young Pharaoh. Like if you line the stories up side by side, it's the same fucking story. Literally. That shit is literally the same story. That shit is crazy. Niqua, I heard you worried about me the other night. Um, I'm gonna hit you up in your inbox and let you know where I was. For everybody. What? The door's open. The door's open. But I heard you worried about me, sis. I'm fine. Um, I tell you what, Umar would be mad at me, and Jay didn't know why. He would have took my black card, and Jay didn't know why. Woo! What he like to say, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Oh, wait, you ain't got no clothes on. You only got that robe. You can't walk in front of the camera. Come on. No, not today. Not today. This is a serious live stream. You can't troll it. But what you can do is grab that another beer, please. Thank you. Not you with not you nakedness. You. Come on, man. I just paid for your lemonade stand and everything. I need my 25%. Oh. I went back to the hood. Did you hear? No, I did not. We gonna check that out. Why would you lock her in here? She coming back. Nah, I'm cool, sis. All right. Damn, I still had the fucking beer from the other day, and I didn't even know I had it. I didn't I didn't even know I still had it. I ain't, I've been chilling the last 2 days. I ain't even doing nothing. He said, "What's good, real clean black sneaks? What's up, bro? I ain't seen you in a while." You said he went back to the block. Oh, we about to check that out first. I want to check that out first because the Umar part gonna be a lot longer. So, let me see what you talking about. Let me guess. He went back to the block at 6 o'clock in the morning when nobody was there, or he did it at 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody was there. Oh shit! Knee slap going live tomorrow. He probably gonna text me about it too. Let me see. When did he go back to the block? I ain't seen. I don't see no videos. I'm looking. I don't see no videos of him going back to the block. I was going to talk about him talking about Hulk Hogan. His fucking response to Hulk Hogan is the stupidest fucking response ever. That's what I was going to talk about today before you just told me about that. But his response to Hulk Hogan is the stupidest shit ever. It was the dumbest. What the fuck is that? Whoa! Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Pause. Hold the fucking boat. What the fuck is this? Put it up full mass. What the fuck is this? Come on, come on, come on. You ain't gonna be doing that. Go play, buddy. Go play. Mm-hmm. This is my first live stream back, and you already cracked the Green Ranger helmet. Can somebody shut the door? Yeah, but you do that all the time. You come in here and then you run out the door. Not this live stream, y'all got all the other ones, not this one. We'll be quiet on this one. Can somebody please explain to me why this nigga look like a Dragon Ball Z character? Why he got what the fuck? I'm not. He's not on my timeline, and nobody has sent me anything. But can somebody please explain to me what the fuck am I looking at here? Please, somebody explain to me what the hell am I looking at? Bro, what that nigga got a touchdown hairline. The 10, the 20, the 30. He's gone. What the fuck am I looking at here? Hold on, my stink that to me. What the hold on, y'all. I'm cold. What the fuck did I miss in the last like week and some change that I've been off of YouTube? Can someone please explain to me What the fuck? I'm looking at. Hold on real quick. Can somebody please? I have no clue what the fuck I'm looking at right now. Should I stay or let her go? Oh, now we going with this bullshit again. He's already done this 3 or 4 times. Let's hear what he got to say.
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes.
Oh, almost choked on my beer. Hold on. Hold on. Watch when he ducks his head down. he know. Oh, oh, oh my God, my kidney stones. Yo, bro. I told y'all he had a comb over. Nobody wanted to listen. I told y'all this nigga got a comb over. He pushed the front. That's why his hairline looked like that in the beginning, because he was brushing the back to the front. And that's why it's so uneven, and they got this row right here. That's why he got these rows right here, because he brushed it to the front, and the more he brushed it, he tried to turn it into a hairline. The more it's going. Oh my God!
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes.
Oh my God!
And super violate that like button.
Holy shit!
A little bit of love is all it takes. A little bit of love is a long, long way.
That's what we keep saying about your hair. A little bit of love is all it takes. A little bit of love goes a long. Oh, that's not the link, is it? Hold on. Yeah, it is. That's what we keep saying about your hairline, nigga. Let that shit go, bro. Y'all make sure I hit that like button as y'all come in. And if y'all want to support the channel, hold on, I'll put it up here. The Cash App and PayPal is at the top of the chat if y'all feel like y'all want to support the channel. But back to this shit.
A little bit of love is all it takes.
Oh, I gotta see the comments. Hold on. I got to see the comments. They say he look like a 90s reggaeton artist. She was cheating too, bruh. She just didn't admit it or get caught. Let her go. The motto of raise your own. Whatever. I want to see what they saying about that. Nah, fuck it. They look like they be too worried about what's going on with this. Oh my God.
New edition song, A Little Bit of Love. Hit that like button. Now, let's get into the topic. We're going to call this, Should I Stay or Let Her Go? Like the Brian McKnight song. Should I stay or...
That's Brian McKnight, nigga.
Go. Like the Brian McKnight song.
Oh, I was going to say, you better give Brian his credit. Don't try to steal his shit. Fuck Brian McKnight for what he did to his son, but still. That's still one of my favorite artists. I can't take away from his artistry. My mom's a diehard Brian McKnight fan. She still sleeps in a Brian McKnight t-shirt, so I know every fucking song this man's ever wrote. By heart. I swear to God, there's not a Brian McKnight song that has been recorded by this nigga that I don't know because of my mom.
Should I stay or should I let her go? Now,
that's all.
Here's the thing, right?
Third or fourth album?
And this is a great topic. Let's just say,
shit, bro.
I cheated on my wife numerous times, right?
With a man. With Ben
How
Bob.
many of y'all can relate to that? And
Huh? Fuck the fact that you cheated on her. It's the fact that we know you didn't cheat on her with a woman. That's the sad part, bro. Cut that shit off, bro. We can see the shape of your head through your head. Oh man, I can't even concentrate on what he's saying.
you find yourself.
He looked like somebody from the group Total. Total, help me sing. You know that joint. Total, help me sing. What about me? What about you? He looked like the Dyke joint from Total. What they say Total? Total stand for? Two of them lesbians for sure.
Still in a
Or
relationship
something like that.
where y'all still together, but it don't feel the same. And you trying to hold on.
Bro, she left you a long time ago. She left
but
you.
It feels
You
like
call her a crackhead.
There's nothing to hold on to.
Bro, she left you the day you called her a crackhead on air, bro. On some real shit. That day you embarrassed her on air and called her a crackhead was the day she mentally left.
I mean, still in the same bed, sleeping in the same house, and she's real distant, laying on the opposite side of the bed. If she lay on the edge anymore.
Yo! Now, hold on. Now, y'all heard me say this shit, right? When he was saying this shit before, but he was trying to project it on everybody else. And I'm like, yo, you projecting your shit whenever you really left. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard me say. I told y'all motherfuckers. I know who he was talking about. He kept bringing it up. The video is still up. Where I'm saying this shit. I'm like, yo, he talking about himself. Really gone. Either physically or mentally. I said this shit. She's gone. You call this woman a crackhead on air, all types of other shit. I said this shit. He said that hairline is crazy, my guy. Right, pro wrestler. I don't know what the fuck going on with that. I'll let it go. Some people just don't want to let that shit go. He gonna be walking around looking like George Jefferson soon. But yeah, Brian McKnight was deadbeat and then expected us to feel sorry about his son. No, sorry for him about his son. We felt sorry for his son, but we didn't feel sorry for him when his son died. Because you changed your name and then left him with your old name? Evil bastard. But put a 1 in the chat if you was here. I'm going to find the video. It's like 4 of them where he kept saying this. Yeah, he ain't shit, nigga. Where he kept saying, nigga, you was here? Where he kept saying this shit. He kept saying, no, she's sleeping on the opposite side of the bed. I'm like, this is too, like these details are too good. He's talking about himself, but he's projecting it on somebody. He's projecting it on everybody else. And I was saying this shit. I'm gonna reclip these videos because I definitely called this shit. Yo, I'm telling you. I'm about to get. I'm shit. Tell Blanco, I'm about to ask her to teach me how to read them tarot cards because I think I got a gift, a prediction. I predicted Pharaoh. I predicted this motherfucker. We everybody predicted Umar. We gonna get to him next. But who was here when I did this shit? Chat. I'm talking to you motherfuckers in the chat. I hate when I'm talking to you motherfuckers and you not answer. Who was here when I was like 4 videos where he said this, and I'm like, yo, he keeps saying this. He's talking about himself. Now he finally admits that he's talking about himself.
She could fall on the floor.
Bro, she know you're gay.
She doesn't feel like the cheerleader that she used to be. Give me an A. A. Give me a B. B.
No, I ain't call you, buddy. I didn't say gay. I said something else, buddy. I didn't say gay. Huh? No, I did. I damn sure ain't call you. So I don't know why you. Shut the door.
She ain't got no pom poms for you no more.
She been lost them pom poms, nigga. Probably when you came out about Africa Bambaataa, he probably didn't know about it. I don't think Willie knew about Africa Bambaataa until he came out. You cut the dinner will put my foot in your ass.
Feel bad for what you did to her. It's just that you trying to figure out.
Give him a G. Give him a A. Give him a Y.
How many more?
YMCA.
Days, weeks, and months are you going to have to deal with her neglect?
It's her fault. It's her
She's
fault.
Not coming on to you.
It's her fault.
You're barely having intimacy.
It's her fault.
And you feeling like, what are you trying to make me feel like I got low self-esteem?
It's her fault. And
really? I know what you're thinking. So now, you know that there's always shorties on deck. But the shorty that you want. And that's your wife. But she ain't acting right.
I definitely called that shit.
And you ready to go. And she's not understanding.
You ready
how
to
you're
go.
Not willing to put up with all the years of abuse.
It's her fault.
Verbally.
It's her fault. Wait a minute, abuse verbally. Wasn't it you that called the cops on yourself? Pretending like somebody robbed you because she was ready to call the cops because you was in there whooping her ass? We ain't never hear her verbally abuse you, but we definitely heard you verbally abuse her. So I don't understand that part. Nigga, I don't think Lee knew about Bambaataa until he came to the and I think ever since, she ain't been able to wrap her mind around that. I'm sleeping with a loose booty nigga. He farting, and it just sound like the wind blowing. He farting, and it just sound like the wind blowing. Sound like an owl in the room.
Abandonment because you was cheating on her. Yeah. You was cheating on her. And now it's her turn. She's putting you on punishment. She's not that same girl that you fell in love with. Because you turned her into something that you don't like. And now you have the right not to like what you turned her into. The hypocrisy. But nevertheless, you have a right as a man to say to her whether she likes it or not. When you thinking to yourself, should I stay or should I let her go? See, time. Remember that movie? Time is on my side. Yes, it is.
First of all, You're a 48-year-old man, right? And you're having marital problems. So instead of getting professional help, which we told you that you need personally, not for your marriage, for you, but marriage counseling, instead of doing that, you run to the internet and demonize this woman. What are, huh? What are we doing here? You're fucking 50 years old, crying to the internet about your marriage, your fake marriage. And if you wanted to leave, nigga, you would have left. Problem is, you ain't got nowhere to go. Plain and simple, my nigga. You ain't got nowhere to go. Because you would have left already. We know those ain't your houses. We know they just, I told you, can I get some goats in the chat, please? Because I've been calling this shit for I don't know how fucking long. This ain't your fucking house. Hold on a second. My bad, I had to turn the water off for the kids. Then getting in the tub. But can I get some goat emojis in the chat, man? I called this shit so many times. There's no way that a woman can lay up with a nigga. And if, bro, you didn't threaten people in gay ways, and your internet shenanigans have put your family in danger, you in danger. Like, come on. How long did you think this shit was gonna go? How long did you think this shit was gonna last? I'm telling you, Cat was right. The jig is up for a lot of motherfuckers in 2025.
It's not on your side. And some of us, we getting past our best years. And we ain't got that much time on this earth. And some of these females feel like, you got the audacity, nigga. I dealt with your 7 whole days. And not a word from you. They done dealt with all types of nonsense that came from us as men. They put up with it.
Us. No, nigga, this is not us, nigga. See, this is your problem. You project your bullshit onto everyone else. We have nothing to do with this. The rest of the men in the world ain't got nothing to do with why she don't want you no more, my nigga. And that's your problem. You like projecting your shit on everybody else. We ain't got nothing to do with this. This is your marriage, my nigga. You fucked up. Your booty loose. She got tired of laying next to a woman every night. That's what it is. She knew that she was laying next to a woman, and she ain't gay.
And now you giving her ultimatum. Should I stay or let her go? Because shorty, thank you for putting up with me and what I put you through. But some of us is getting old now. And
he ready to cry in the car. You know the jig is up.
As a man, we need that team player. You know that girl that was when you first came around.
Shit, and he's like, you want to come up? Do this with me? I was supposed to text you too. My fault, man. I fucking totally forgot, man. I put the keys in the tub and fucking forgot and hurried up and jumped on live and fucking forgot. They in there playing around in the tub because it's hot. So I know y'all hear them making noise in the back. The bathroom is next door. But if you want to come up, just let me know. I'll drop the link. But hey, knee slap. Have you ever seen a hairline like this?
No.
Let me. Let it go. Let it go. Can't grow it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Your hands on the door. Hey, you know how Wayne said on that "We Taking Over" remix, he was like, "My flow just grew legs and walked out. Bye." That's his hairline. His hairline just grew legs and walked out. Bye. Hair Club for Men is reviewing Hassan membership. Talking about a tortilla thing. They cut that nigga shit with a taco, bro. He said I got lined up with a tortilla chip because I went to the Mexican to get my shit shaped up. We did a good job. That nigga got lined up with a Doritos Locos taco.
She would get wet at the sight of you. And now when you're intimate, it just doesn't even feel the same. She doesn't even feel like she's yours. It's your fault as a man. And you find yourself saying, I can't take this anymore. Because she's pushing you and it's summertime. For some reason, the females is hollering and you trying to ignore. Because when we was younger, we didn't feel no guilt. We did what we did because we was raised to be monsters. But as you get older, you start to feel that consciousness kicking in, the guilt. But her neglect has got you craving another
What
woman.
What say? What do you, other women? Hold on.
The females is hollering.
Hold on. Ain't no females hollering at.
It's your fault.
Hold on. Nigga, now I know you lying. Stop the
when you
cat.
first came around,
Stop the cat.
She would get wet at the sight of you. And now when you're intimate, it just doesn't even feel the same. She doesn't even feel like she's yours.
First of all, nigga, why are you telling us this? We don't want to hear about your wife getting wet, aroused. We don't. Like, why are you telling us this? He said, fucking give me the bag. He said, they line this shit up with a sign of the guacamole bag. He said, fucking give me the bag. My bad, bro. I've been having life been lifing, Marquise, but I'm here. My fault, y'all. I know. I know I ain't been on my shit, but I'm here. But he said, fucking give me the whole bag. Oh, yo, D-Slap, you a fucking fool. But he need to stop the cat, my nigga.
It's your fault as a man. And you finding yourself saying, I can't take this anymore.
Yo, you see what I mean though? Instead of admitting that it's his fault that his marriage fell apart, it's his fault that she don't want him in no more. He keeps pointing to us. It's your fault. This everybody ain't we not completely. How the fuck is it our fault? You don't take accountability for shit, dude. Instead of saying I fucked up in my marriage, you keep trying to project that shit on us. We ain't married to her. We not married to her. So how is it our fault? Stop, yo. You don't take accountability for shit, bro. Instead of admitting that you fucked up, you keep trying to project the shit on us.
Because she's pushing you in the summertime. For some reason, the females is hollering,
Victor,
and you trying to ignore.
Bro, stop fucking lying. Ain't not one fucking female hollering at your goofy ass. Nigga, look at your hairline. Who the fuck is hollering at you? Who the fuck is hollering at a fucking middle-aged man with a receding ass hairline that won't give it up? That booty hole loose at that. It's not that you're a middle-aged man with a receding hairline. You've been touched by men, my nigga. What females is trying to holler at you? Stop the cat. Any female that know who the hell you are is not trying to. Come on, bro. Stop the cat. Stop the cat, bro. You need to stop the cat. Yeah, we getting into Umar after this because no, I do want y'all to hear the Hulk Hogan joint too, but stop the cat, bro.
Because when we was younger, we didn't feel no guilt. We did what we did because we was raised to be monsters. But as you get older, you start to feel that consciousness kicking in, the guilt. But
bro, I feel like you keep biting your lip like that because you imagining all the men you can go holler at right now. You like, she don't want me no more. I'm about to go get me some dick. That's what that nigga's saying. That nigga, I don't know, man. That nigga like, I'm about to go get me some dick. That's what that nigga's saying. And his brain, every time he bite his lip like that, he imagining something. And I don't think it's no women. He imagining.
Neglect, it's got you craving another woman.
Craving.
You don't even want to go back down.
Stop the cat. Yo, you know what's crazy? You craving another woman, bro? That's crazy. That sounds crazy. You know why? Because on here, online, every woman that we see you interact with, you threaten with physical harm. Every man we seen you on here with, you threaten them with sexual harm. And you trying to tell us that you craving another woman. You better be careful there, little buddy. You better be careful there, little buddy. You trying to tell me that the nigga that held a woman hostage in the store, cussed her out, made all types of threats to shoot her, beat her up. Every woman that you interacted with on here, you're threatening. Punch them in the mouth, beat them up, push them down the steps, bust them in the head with Hennessy bottles. And then when it comes to the men, you tell them you gonna knock them out and kick their butt, or stick a finger in their butt, or spit in their mouth, or some old flamboyant gay shit like that. We're supposed to believe that you're craving a woman. One more time, family. You better be careful there, little buddy. You're slippery, show. Them closet walls been transparent for a very long time. Them closet walls been transparent for a very long time. He said it's got you craving another woman. Come on. Come on. What Aaron Lover say? Come on, son.
That path. So now you're contemplating.
He said that nigga told him,
The
take the
energy
whole
doesn't feel the same
Yo,
in
these
the household.
I'm taking that one.
You find yourself going to separate events. See, what people don't understand is that in life, after you leave the streets, you're not in the streets no more. You survived that. Now, everything that you did that came along with the streets included those women,
What the
the
fuck
trophies.
got to do with this? Nigga, the only trophy you got are men. There's been no women to come forward to say that they slept with Hassan. But I guarantee you, if you go around Burns River, there's gonna be a couple of niggas out there. We already got Ben Bop. You said your brother. We know you fucked B.O. I don't know no women there. I don't know how the fuck you got on kids. I think you were just sleeping with them when you fertile. You were just sleeping with women just to overshadow your hiccups, your gay thoughts.
Now your home is the battlefield. And she's not going to get over it. What you did to her. How many times has she put up with your shit? Is this the end? I mean, you do know it's her turn, right? You do know it may never be the same, right? Now the question is, do you have the patience to wait for her to come around? I mean,
these little fucking ears are small.
She put up.
They little. You take 2 seconds,
go. It. What you did to her. How many times?
You did to her.
Has she put up with your shit?
So how many times you gonna circle back to that, bro? Like we get the like, what the fuck?
Is this the end?
Bro, you ain't really got nothing to say. For real, in this video, you really ain't got too much to say. Big T, what's up? You really ain't got too much to say because you keep circling back to how much she put up with your shit. Well, our shit. We ain't married to her, but somehow she keep putting up with our shit. You not saying much in this. You're just circling back to the same old shit. You throw little bullshit stories in between and then circle back to how they put up with our shit. And she put up with your no, nigga. You're still evading accountability, my nigga. This is probably why she don't want your goofy ass. I can't even I can imagine y'all arguing. You probably do this shit in your arguments too. See, man, for a man like me, we always gotta blah 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 blah. And y'all put up with our shit instead of saying my shit, and you put up with it. Instead of taking accountability and admitting that this is your problem, you keep trying to project it. This is how you know a nigga full of shit. When nothing's ever his fault. And when it is his fault, he tries to group everybody else in with it. Instead of, taking the blame where it rightfully should be. If I said that right. Look, right here, that nigga thinking of all the niggas he gonna get with. Put it up full mass. Right here, that's where he thinking of all the niggas he can possibly he free. He ain't got to put up with her. He ain't got to hide no more. He ain't got to do none of that. He ain't got to do none of that. And he thinking of all the niggas he can get. This is wild, bro. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that fucking hairline.
I mean, you do know it's her turn, right?
Well,
you do know it may never be the same, right? Now the question is, do you have the patience to wait for her to come around? There's a possibility that your punishment,
nigga, you're going to have the patience because you don't have nowhere to go. Plain and simple. You're going to do whatever she wants you to do from now on because you are not in control no more. You're not making the money that you used to make off of you. You bug-eyed than a motherfucker in this video too, bro. Your eyes blue. One eye blue this way, one eye blue that way. Bro, you bug-eyed than a motherfucker. You look like a Beetleborg. We are BR. No, that's BR Troopers. What was the Beetleborg doing? That nigga look like a Beetleborg.
Is that she's not going
Call
to
that nigga
leave.
Black Beetle, Tan Beetle, not Blue
and
Beetle.
Now your wife,
Second, what's up?
Got another nigga holding her, caressing her.
Yeah.
And as he goes back to him.
Yeah. Really done found herself some new dick. That who booty ain't been played with. Damn. She was raised in New York, right outside the Bronx River. Some of the best cooking you ever had. Yes, it was. And I miss her. Hey, Lily, if you listen, said I miss you, baby. Whoa.
His wife. And she comes back to you, somebody else's side chick.
All I gotta say is la 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 la. La. Oh la la la. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. La 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 la. You didn't shit on everybody else in their fucking relationships. La 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 la.
Don't go in the room and go beat her up. Nah.
Yeah,
you gotta hold it down. B&B, hold it down. You created a monster. It's her turn.
You did, nigga.
Can you handle it? Should I stay or let her go? Now here's the thing. As a man, it's only right that you tell her she got to get it together.
She got to get it together. Shadow, what's up?
The funny part about it is when it comes to women, right? some of them think that you supposed.
All right, bro. I don't want to hear this video no more. Let's get to this Hulk Hogan joint real quick so I can get to this Umar shit. Um, let's switch over to the because y'all gotta hear this dumbass fucking response he gave to Hulk, about Hulk Hogan. It's the stupidest shit. I couldn't even watch. Look, you see, it's only halfway through. Look, you see, it's only halfway through because I couldn't watch the whole fucking thing because it was so fucking stupid. Oh, this shit is so stupid. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to watch this joint. This shit is so stupid.
Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Because when I heard Hulk Hogan passed away, it crushed me. It's right after Theo.
You just you know, I bet it did crush you. Yo, did y'all see what the nigga Mike Rappaport said about Hulk Hogan? I want to point out something that matter of fact, I'm gonna play that next. I want to point out something that Mike said that nobody caught. Ooh, excuse me. Y'all know the white dude, Mike Rappaport? I'm gonna tell you, this nigga was like, when Hulk Hogan used to come out all oiled up with those 16-inch pythons, I'm like, oiled up? 16-inch pythons? It sounded like it sounded like you was more you sound like you was more turned on than amazed, my nigga. Come in.
The Cosby Show, like back to back. I'm watching my whole childhood be erased. You know, it's bad enough when I go back to Bronx River, which I don't go back too much anymore because it's depressing. When I go back to my childhood birthplace, my neighborhood, the building that I live in, there's nobody there. And with the exception of a few, shout out to Ralph, you already know who you is, but there's nobody there. Like growing up, I could actually go into any apartment and use the bathroom or get something to eat, or if I'm tired, I can go lay down on somebody's couch or somebody's bed.
What the fuck is he talking about?
My whole childhood, I'm watching be erased. Now, okay, so Hulk Hogan, now everybody wants to bring up the fact that he said, basically, if his daughter was going to be dating a nigga, he'd rather it be a rich one. That's basically what he said. Me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. You know why?
Of course, you don't see nothing wrong with what he said. We know you've been a well-known fucking racist that just munch off the black community, my nigga. What have you said that was good about the black community? Can somebody I ask this all the time. Can you give me one good thing this man has ever stated about the black community? Don't worry, I'll wait. Just one good thing. One. You can't. All he's done is shit on the black community and then try to pretend like he's black in order to basically survive off of it, scam it, eat off the black community. He one of those motherfuckers that pretend to be black just so he can talk shit about black people. How you ain't find nothing wrong with that? He stopped talking to his daughter for the simple fact It wasn't what he said, it's what he did. His daughter didn't even want nothing to do with him passing or his money now because of what he did. He stopped talking to his daughter because she was dating a black man. You just wanted to be controversial and try to stir up some controversy to get some traction back on your channel, but it's not working.
Because I know most black people that I know don't want a white man on top of their daughter doing the butt. Shake that, shake. No, you don't.
Who the fuck wants to think about their daughter with any man? I don't care if she comes home with a white guy. I don't care who, long as she don't come home with a nigga that was just as knuckleheaded as I was. I don't give a fuck if he's black, white, Puerto Rican, Asian, Indian. If he's treating her right, he's all right with me. Nobody wants to think about any man dating their daughter. But he specifically said black folks.
Most of us want our child to have grandchildren of our bloodline. There's nothing wrong.
See, this is how I know you don't do no research and study. And this is what's flawed about Umar shit. The black DNA dominates any other DNA. So no matter who your kid have a child with, that child is black. So I don't give a fuck. And most of us came from white slave owners. A good 50 to 70%. I guarantee you, if you shake a nigga family tree, a couple of white slave owners is gonna fall out that motherfucker. What are you talking about? My great grandfather was white. He left the South in his inheritance. Damn near got killed to marry my grandmother, who was black. He gave up everything. So no, I don't know what you're talking about. If you shake anybody, I said good 50 to 70, 80% of the black community that lives in America today, that was born and raised, if you shake their family tree, at least 2 or 3 white people are gonna fall out that motherfucker. So what the fuck are you talking? Our gene dominates everything. Everything. So what do you? I don't understand that. Your bloodline is my bloodline either way. Even if it didn't dominate the gene pool, it's still my fucking bloodline because half of the fucking parent, it came from me. What you saying not making sense? The fuck is you talking about? Well, what's up?
With Hulk Hogan wanting his daughter, Brooke, or whichever one it was, with a white man. There's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely nothing wrong. Like, listen, man, I'm not going to disown my daughter if she come home with a white man.
So what you're saying is you would rather what you just said contradicted what the fuck you're contradicting yourself. You just said that there's nothing wrong with what he said, right? With his daughter, him being a white man, wanting his daughter to date a white man, but then say, if my daughter come home with a white man, I'm not gonna have a problem with that. So how the fuck did what he said was cool? You see what I'm saying? He just wanted to be controversial. He just wanted shock value. It's not working no more, bro. Because your shock value don't even make sense. It never did, but this is all the way stupid. Because you just contradicted yourself. And the fuck you gonna say what he said was cool and then say there's nothing wrong with that. And then say, I don't care if my daughter dates outside of the race. So do you agree or disagree with the motherfucker? It makes no sense.
But I do want to preserve my bloodline, whatever that is. I mean, I think that there's enough of
Nigga, you are a full-blown Puerto Rican. What is we talking about here?
the Caucasian blood running through our veins through the days of slavery.
And Puerto Rican. Don't forget that. You ain't black. I've never seen two niggas have sex and a full-blown Puerto Rican come out. I ain't never see that shit.
Now, as far as Hulk Hogan using the N-word, they invented it.
Okay.
And we made it something cool.
No.
They invented it in a hateful way, and we made it cool.
No. See that right there? That right there lets you know how fucking stupid he is. We didn't just make it cool. That wasn't the intention. We took the word from them. It was a mean, hateful ass word that they used to demean and basically shit on us. And we took it from them and said, you know what? We're going to say it all day, but you can't. That's a very powerful, a huge statement and very powerful. This is how you know he ain't for the cause. This is how you know he's a fucking idiot. Dude, you should not be this old and this dumb at the same time. And I'm about to jump to the Umar because we're getting into an hour of talking about this doofus magoofus. So we about to switch the topic in a sec, but I just wanted to highlight that this is how you know he's not for the cause and he's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. He said, I'm going to make another pest control video. All right. Say less. He just sent it to me. Hassan black, he Dominican. Right. This nigga is not a fucking nigga. Yeah, like he's fucking stupid. He said they invented it. They invented it. And we made it cool. That's not what happened. But you such a history buff and you know black revolution. You know black struggle. No, you don't. Because that's black 101, nigga. That's surface level history. That's surface level research. We didn't make it cool. We took the word from them. Give me that. And now you're not allowed to say it. And if you say it, I'm going to knock your fucking teeth down your throat. That's what happened. We didn't make it cool. We did make it cool. We took it from them and made it cool and made everybody want to say it. And we told them motherfuckers, you can't say it. That's what happened, my nigga. I should not be 10 years younger, 20, then 15 years. How old is he? 48, 12 years younger than you. And I know this and you don't.
To where that, okay.
Oh, yeah, y'all, my birthday Tuesday. What y'all getting me? My birthday Tuesday. What y'all getting me?
Some black people allowed them to say it in their presence. and some don't. See, the younger version of me, oh, he said the N-word. I'm going to hit him in the head with the headshot.
For what? You ain't a nigga.
Headshot.
You a land nigga. No. What they call Spanish niggas? We got the niggas, and we got the sand niggas. And what type of nigga do they call the Spanish? The Spanish. Because they is, but not quite.
The newer version of me, you think I'm gonna throw my life away and go to jail for the rest of my life because somebody used a word that niggas made popular?
But yet you come on here every day talking this gangster shit about how you hit him in the head when you heard him, hit him in the head with your head shot. Oh man.
Rap songs. So where now subconsciously you hear music so much and you sing the song, these people say that word every day. They just got to be cautious. Now, we'll get up on our platforms or go anywhere and call them rednecks, crackers, and all types of stuff like that. Say whatever we want to say, and we say it freely. I'm not going to let.
And they called us niggas for 400 years freely. I think 100, maybe 2 is justified. The fuck is, huh? They called us niggas and fucking monkeys, porch monkeys, and boy, and jigaboos for how long? When did we take that word back? It ain't been 100 years yet. I know it ain't been 100 years yet. When? Huh? They called us nigga for since they took us out the motherfucking jungle. And you this is how you know he's not for black revolution. Like I ain't on that time right now. Like I'm for all for my people moving forward. But this whole racism thing is getting it's getting is because it means nothing to the higher ups. We said Rim has a birthday, winter, spring, summer, and fall. He's 136 now. Now everybody know my birthday August 5th. When is my kids' birthdays. My birthday once a year. I don't know what you're talking about, nigga. Everybody know my birthday August 5th. What you trying to say, Marcus? Because I know you be coming jumping in here saying little slick shit. you ain't gonna keep putting me in the crock pot, nigga. you ain't gonna keep coming up on here trying to put me in the crock pot, nigga. I'm fucking with you.
Anybody take away or erase the memories that I have with Hulk Hogan in the many of matches that got me through my childhood. I'm not.
I thought Bambada got you through your childhood, my nigga. Wait. Time out. Pause. Hold the boat. Were you watching Hulk Hogan or were you at Bambada's house? See, there's a country. I mean, the way you describe your time with Bambada, you ain't had no time to watch Hulk Hogan. He was too busy thighing you. Whatever the fuck that means. He was too busy putting that zebra leg up in you. So were you? What? Yes. Can you have the what? No, you can't. I don't care. I already told her. Hold on. Somebody trying to check something. But back to what I was saying. Were you being side or were you watching Hulk Hogan?
God. Some of those wrestling matches, that Saturday night main event, what you gonna do when the Hulkamaniac?
Oh, you hold on. Now I know why he was watching it. Hold on, let me show you what Mike Rappaport was saying. Because I want to get to Mike Rappaport. Fuck him. I'm done talking about him. He's fucking retarded. Mike Rappaport speaks on Hulk Hogan's death. Listen to this shit. And you gonna understand why. Hold on.
Hogan passes away. We're not going to disrespect the Hulkster. That's what we're not going to do. Is we're not going to be disrespecting Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster. I don't care if he had some controversy outside of the ring. I don't care if he endorsed Donald Trump. We're talking about one of the most original.
Now, he's trying to backtrack on what he said. Mike Rappaport is trying to backtrack on what he said. Now, y'all clearly heard this man just say, I don't care what type of controversy he had outside the ring. That's what black people are mad about. Now that black people are telling him, nigga, he was calling us all types of niggas, and he did all types of racist shit. Oh, I don't know about that, and blah, 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 blah. Bitch, you said you don't care. We fucked with Michael Rappaport because, you know, he was in a lot of music rap videos. He was in Jay-Z videos. He was funny in Beverly Hills Cop. You know? But you fucked up, Mike. You fucked up big time on this one.
Characters in American popular culture history, whether you know wrestling or you're a fan of wrestling or not. We are talking about a guy who created something out of his imagination that captured the world's attention.
He didn't create it. Vince McMahon created that character.
Men, women, and children all know who Hulk Hogan is, who the great Hulk Hogan was. Controversial. We're not going to be disrespecting the man with the 18-inch pythons, brother.
Listen what he said.
We're not going to be disrespecting the Hulkster for the joy that he gave. Forget you as an adult, sicko. Forget you. Think about the kids. Think about you as a kid. Talk about a real-life superhero. When the Hulkster was out there oiled up with his goatee and his hair and those 18-inch pythons, brother.
Bro, what the fuck is we talking about here? Hold on, run that back. Listen what he said.
Kid, talk about a real-life superhero. When the Hulkster was out there oiled up with his goatee and his hair and those 18-inch pythons, brother. Talk about a real-life superhero. When the Hulkster was out there oiled up with his goatee and his hair and those 18-inch pythons, brother.
Bro, I don't know about you, but that's the most gay shit I ever heard in my life. When the Hulkster was out there oiled up with his hair and goatee and 18, how did nobody else catch that shit but me? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, Joe Blow. I forgot all about that. There's a couple of things Mike Rappaport, Mike said that fucked him up with the black community. But this him, he said when the Hulkster was out there oiled up with his goatee and his hair. Hold on, bro. I didn't notice all that. That is not what I was watching. How did nobody else catch that? I didn't hear nobody point that out. Nobody pointed that out. Nobody. I haven't heard not one content creator point that shit out. Nobody else caught that? Come on, chat. Where y'all at? Where y'all at in the chat, yo? Nobody caught that shit. Nobody caught the fact that this nigga said he was oiled up with his. No. He said at the time it wasn't weird. Yeah. But the fact that he's reminiscing on that as an adult, that's weird, Shadow. I ain't saying us watching it. I'm saying today, as a fucking grown man, you talk about this nigga being oiled up. Oh, what's this? Oh, all right, I got it. Shadow. I got your video. I got it. At the time, it wasn't. You as a kid, but as a grown man, bro, that's the only thing I wanted to show y'all. Now let's get into this Umar shit, because there's a lot of shit. Let me go through my history, because there's a lot of videos that I want to skim through, because especially this one video, what's the name put out? Yeah, that shit was crazy. When he said, "Hold on, let me cut the hair off." Oh, oh, Umar, hold up, bro. The fuck was that? Hold on, where is it at? Yeah, Corey cooked that nigga. We gonna go to. Oh damn, where that fucking. So for those of you who don't know, Umar is fucking broke. But we gonna go all the way back. We gonna find. Cause I've been finding a bunch of fucking Umar videos. Like that shit been up and down my timeline. Nothing but Umar. And yo, y'all see what Charleston White did with Gilly again? Yeah. I just clicked on it. That's what's on my phone right now. That's what I'm talking about, Shadow. I got it. But Charleston White apologized for disrespecting Gilly's dead son, then turned around and did it again. And this is who you motherfuckers is following. This is who y'all follow. All right, so let me start from here. All right, yeah. Let me start from here. Okay, this is when he get exposed by a sneaky link. This dude, let's oh wait.
Harmony and consciousness.
Harmony and consciousness TV. Oh shit! God damn! Look at all that ass. I hope that
I won't be bringing up names or bringing up the company.
Wait,
but as I tell you this story, you will get the gist of what I did.
Oh, messing with She-Hulk.
You don't know who I work for.
Hold on. Let me go back.
And the reason why I do this is to not get a company any good or bad reputation. Because to me, the company as a whole is pretty cool. But as in all companies, there are some dirtbag ass folks that work in the company that will have an individual or individuals look at the company in such a negative manner.
Hold on. I want to find the right video to start with. No, so okay, let me go up. All right. Bank accounts frozen. Exposed. All right, we're gonna start here.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
It's your big brother King Kong. I need y'all to listen up. I got a very important announcement.
Damn,
I
that
need y'all to
mold.
listen up. I got a very important announcement. I'm only going to keep you a few minutes. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple of dollars. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple of dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th, only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I've been following Dr. Umar for a while. I even spoke to him on the phone a couple of times. And I'm a big supporter of what he seems to represent, but OG been on me about it. And OG, I don't know if you feel the same way I do, but Umar going through it right now. His account's been frozen. Dr. Umar, I'm sorry.
You're talking about Jermaine Shoemake?
What?
His name is Jermaine. That's his name.
No, this is Dr. Umar Johnson.
Excuse me, sir. Johnson is a native of North Philadelphia. His mother is Barbara Shoemake, and his father was Jamal.
All right, now this ain't the video.
Abdullah Johnson, a Marine. He was born.
Oh wait,
Umar Johnson was born August the 21st, 1974, as Jermaine Shoemake.
Now, if you look up psychology degrees, right, you will find out why he took the name Umar Johnson. If you look up Umar Johnson and all his degrees, you will find that there is another man named Umar Johnson with the same exact degrees, but he's like 70. Now, what a coincidence that you decide to change your name to this exact name. So when we look up Umar Johnson's degrees, because some people ain't all the way smart, and they'll look up shit and find degrees under the name Umar Johnson, but they're not him. What nobody has done is look up degrees under Jermaine Shoemaker. And if you look up those degrees under Jermaine Shoemaker, you will not find any. None. So I don't think that's a coinky dink. I think that he found someone's name who sounded African enough, took that name, and started posing as him.
Shoemake, since you don't think I said it right. Not Shoemaker, Shoemake.
So you refusing to call Dr. Umar Dr. Umar?
Umar Johnson is a back they call him in the day, he's selling snake oil to folks.
OG, he speaks with. Now, I've seen him on the Breakfast Club. I've seen him on. I think he's been on $1 Million for Game. He's been on every platform. They love him. He's trying to build a school. He's got.
Wait a minute. You can find
this ain't the video. We about to go
school. It ain't built yet.
We about to
getting money from people, black people.
I don't give a fuck what Moses Malone is talking about. Who gives a fuck what Moses Malone is talking about? It's so many videos to shuffle through right now. I wish I would have just put them on my joint so I can just go through them individually. But we gonna do that now because there's so many videos. So many videos. Okay, the most everything, blah, blah. This, because I've heard a lot of valid, good points. Very valid points. Hold on. I watched this today. Hold on. I watched this joint today, and she brought up some very valid points. Very valid points. Hold on. Like this live stream right here, this nigga made over at least $3,000. I think this is it. Yeah, here she go. This is one of them. We're gonna go through her videos. So she made some very valid points. Man, she a nice little piece of chocolate.
What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here. Be subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction.
Nice little piece of chocolate.
Talk to me nice. Talk to me honest.
You look African too.
Fall on me. Say you're a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't want to hear it.
Right, anybody got time for that?
Guys, so listen, let's go ahead and get into this because I was working yesterday and I had the privilege of having a client who wanted to put the TV on YouTube. Usually don't have it on that while I'm working, but she wanted to watch the interview that Storm Monroe did with the woman that Umar Johnson put on blast, and this is why I feel like we are where we are at this point.
Hold up. First of all, Storm, why are you always in the middle of somebody else's shit, bro? We need to interview you about that fucking OnlyFans. And we still try to find out was that a man in the background in that OnlyFans, bro. That's what you need to be talking about.
In time right now where he's out here begging for money, claiming that his accounts have been frozen and all of the other things that he has said. And so she's done an interview already. I saw like almost immediately when she did the interview with Tasha K on her Tasha K Live app. And I talked about that a little bit already. But I saw some disturbing things in the chat, in the comment section, and like people are still defending this dude. He's probably gotten.
Yo, I seen that shit too. Like he really, it's like Young Pharaoh. Like people don't want to believe that their leaders are fuck niggas. Like they really don't want to believe this shit. It's like the evidence is in your face right now. First of all, he said, oh, that's the video I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. What Umar is not telling people, right? Before we get into this, what Umar is not telling people, he's not telling people that Well, we already knew that they sent him a cease and desist to stop taking donations in the FDMG name, whatever the fuck the joint is called. He was already told you can't get no more donations under that. Right? And he continued to do that. And now he's talking about his bank account being shut down. He's trying to blame it on the chick. I think the chick was a convenient story for him to say, I think she was tampering with my shit and Leon was tampering with my shit, which they have no reason to. You didn't give no motive, no evidence of any of this shit. Just like young Pharaoh. They didn't give no motive, no evidence to any of why they would go in there. So you mean to tell me that the government sent you a cease and desist order to stop taking donations in under that name, right? Then your bank accounts get shut down for fraudulent activity. And you can conveniently say that it started when she. That's the most part. That's the part that fucked me up. When he said it started the day she decided to expose him. The very exact day. But they ain't send you no text message. When somebody try to I put a couple things on fraud alert on my bank account. And I get text messages every time they try to charge it. You ain't get no text message to let you know that somebody tried to get into your account. And then first you said they told you that you didn't. Matter of fact, I'll let him tell it before we get into this. We're gonna get into what we're gonna break down what he said. Hold on. We're gonna break down what he said. My bad. I should have been more prepared for this. Hold on. We're going to break down what he said because it makes absolutely no sense. None. Absolutely no sense.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were.
No, we're going to watch the whole joint. It makes absolutely no sense. What he said is just like young Pharaoh. It makes no sense. All right, hold on. Let's go.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. Activity on a bank account. Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent.
Look at him. He looked rough. Like, I think he ran out of money over in Africa and he wants people to finance it. And listen, it's not a coincidence. Didn't he just get his citizenship over there? Now, I want y'all to wrap your mind around this. This nigga decides to get his citizenship over in Africa, right? Conveniently, after he gets his citizenship, his bank accounts get froze. Now, I'm not gonna act like I'm a genius. I'm pretty smart. But sounds like to me as if you took the money and ran. But you ran out of money due to your vices, whatever crack you smoking or sniffing and hoes you tricking on, that money ain't last. I don't think it's a coincidence that happened, that he got his citizenship over there in Ghana or wherever. Then suddenly his bank accounts get froze. That's a convenient excuse for where the money went.
Activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. Fraudulent act.
Look at him. His shirt not even buttoned. He didn't even have time to. He's discombobulated. That nigga over there getting high. And you know that booger sugar over there don't get stepped on. He getting it straight from the source. Y'all think Africa ain't got that good shit, but they do. Look, he didn't even button his shirt up. Look at the bottom button. Look at the button of the shirt. Look right above it. Look. He rough in the face, hair nappy, beard nappy, shirt unkept. That nigga getting high.
Activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Again, June 25th to July 10th is the period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went is.
And you know what? It's always conveniently when he leaves. You notice that? His daughter came out on it when he left. Leon did this other shit when he left. The bank shut his accounts down when he left. It's always when he leaves.
The period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went public and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. Hold off on all FDMG Academy money order and check donations.
And it's a convenience that he said that they didn't give him a time frame on when the shit would stop, when the investigation is going to end. What, nigga? So that means you can keep milking this shit for as long as you want. It's the same thing when young Pharaoh said, "Oh, I got up to 2 years to arrest my big moms for going in my bank account." It's the same thing.
Until the situation is resolved. If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. Right? PayPal.me/FDMG.
He can't milk the school no more. I want y'all to think about this. He can't milk the school no more. That shit is done. He can't milk that no more. So he needed to find something else that he can milk for a very long time. Or enough time. So he said, "Oh, they shut my bank account down. And they didn't give me a definitive time to how long this investigation." There's never a definitive time for an investigation. But it's a convenient excuse for you to milk more money out of people, or they still investigate. I wonder how long this investigation gonna go. I think that if they really did shut his accounts down, it's from that cease and desist. They told that nigga, stop taking money in that FDMG shit. And he kept doing it, and they finally shut those accounts down and started looking into his expenses and everything that he's doing. And instead of telling us what they really shut it down for, he's beefing with a chick that he was messing with, so he can conveniently blame it on her. Just like young Pharaoh did with his baby moms when everybody asked him where the money went. He conveniently blamed it on her.
FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy if you want to make a donation.
And speaking of donations, if y'all want to support the channel, Cash App's at the top of the chat. Hit the Cash App at the PayPal. At least y'all know where the money going. I tell you straight up where that shit going. At least y'all know where the money going. Because I tell you straight up where the fuck is going.
Donation to the school. Hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on. The bank is investigating the fraudulent attempts on our account. If I find out Medea and Pastor Bussy had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense.
Now he's talking about Lennon. He's talking Medea is the girl that he was messing with. We're gonna get into her story. Because she has some videos. And Lennon. He can't run with the fact that Lennon is gay. That's what he keeps trying. He's gay, and nobody believes that. Can't run with that. So suddenly these motherfuckers just up and decide to break into his account.
I was told they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they could be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, bro,
you should be arrested for wearing all them fucking colors.
Brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal.
This is diabolical.
I think he's full of shit because he said we're going to fall behind on utilities. The Wi-Fi is going to go out. Utility, first of all, there's no power in that building, in any of the buildings. Where you need Wi-Fi? Why do you need Wi-Fi? You're not there. You're in Africa. To take care of your mother. If you was worried about taking care of your mother, you would not be taking trips all around the world. I know if my mom's sick and I'm the only one taking care of her, I would not be in South Africa. I would not be traveling around the world. I'm not moving nowhere until my mother is sick, you know? You just had a fallout with the chick that you had taking care of your mother. Why are you in South Africa? From what I hear, your mom be walking around with shitty diapers. Well, in the bed with shitty diapers. Rashes on her butt from pissy diapers. And we're supposed to believe that you need money for your utilities that aren't there, that you owe thousands of dollars on. That's what I'm trying to find a video on. That's what I'm trying to find that. There's a video on there proving that he owes $3,000 in a light bill, another $1,000 for another bill, no power in the building. What Wi-Fi? Nigga, you're panhandling. You the jig is up, bro. And you did this shit to yourself. And the crazy part is, I watched so many videos over the week where if you ask him anything about the school or what's going on, he tells you you're a hater. You're not a donor. And his loyal donors would ask him, and he would block them. Now, I don't know about you, but in the words of Umar, don't you find that a little suspicious? Blink, blink, blink. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. That's what he does. Don't you find that suspicious? Blink, blink, blink. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. That's a little suspicious in my eyes. Because why don't you ever want to answer questions about the school? You claim that you answer the questions, but whenever we've seen somebody ask you a question, you shut them down and call them haters and say they're not supporting you. Huh? We've watched loyal supporters ask you, what's up with the school? Where's my money going? That we're sending you. Where's the money going? You raised over $2-3 million. Where the fuck did it go? Those buildings and the shit that the work that you so-called put into it was nowhere near $1 million. $250,000. Those buildings are abandoned and vacant. Where the fuck did the money go? And it's so many people still supporting this motherfucker. It's ridiculous. I didn't realize how. I gotta say this, and a lot of people are going to be mad at me, but Black community as a whole, we're fucking gullible. The most gullible people on the planet Earth when it comes to a fake leader or a leader, any type of leader. We are the most gullible. We are, it's like the black, let's say the Black community was one person. Looks like that one person is looking for a dad. And we are trying to find that father in any fucking body we can. And when we find that person that we think is a good father figure, we don't let go no matter what. We don't let go. And it's about time to it's been 10 fucking years. And how many, he keeps talking about his supporting and want to educate Black boys. How many Black boys have you seen this man educate? Don't worry, I'll wait. How many Black boys has you seen him around educating? Every woman that has come across him that try to bring their child to him, what did he tell them? No, unless you donate. And then the people that did donate, he wound up fucking them. Shit is wild.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Check this out, man. On this Dr. Umar thing, man, I done went down another rabbit hole. Oh my God, this is when I first saw him with his phone out, I guess going live, saying that all his accounts was frozen and begging people to send him money in a desperate plea. I was like, oh man, his stuff is frozen, so people gonna help him out until he get his stuff, his bank accounts unfrozen. But there's some things that a lot of people have been pointing out. And then once you fall down the rabbit hole, you start finding all this stuff out. And there's one video that I'm not gonna play because this guy is really dragging out the video, but one of the things that he had mentioned, the only thing that I know is this guy has been blasting Dr. Umar for over a year. The video that he put up was over a year, and I'll probably show it to you and y'all can check it out. But let's start off with this one right here. Give him a thumbs up. 10-year scam to build a fake school. I didn't know, because I just started doing YouTube and researching a lot of this stuff maybe not even a year. So when I first heard about this Umar building a school, I know it don't take no month to build a school. It's gonna take some time to build the school. So long story short, I didn't know he'd been talking about building a school for so long. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You don't want to miss this, because the next video right after this video is it's gonna be some dynamite.
And Marcus Garvey, RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence.
Dr. Umar Johnson, whose birth name is conviction, he stated his grand vision.
Obama did absolutely nothing to benefit Africa. He did absolutely nothing to benefit African.
10-year scam to build. You
got white folks in this.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. You don't want to miss this, because the next video right after this video is it's gonna be some dynamite information, man. So check this out. Just check it out. This will give you a brief summary of who this guy is, and these people put these stories together very well.
Dr. Umar Johnson may have pulled off the smartest scam I've ever seen. He's a controversial figure in the black community, often bashing Obama, LeBron, and even Oprah.
Barack Obama was a flunky. He was a functionary. He was a stool pigeon, and he was a puppet. And yes, he was a coon. Barack Obama did absolutely nothing to benefit Africa. He did absolutely nothing to benefit African people. So Oprah and
nigga, coon, he had white.
LeBron, don't give him $250 for no white school. Put it in their hands.
And he defends Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, the most significant black male actor and comedian of all time. When all the crusty snow bunnies came out against him a couple years ago, you said nothing.
He's got...
The nigga admitted that he did it. The fuck is you? He admitted that he did it.
1 million followers on Instagram and over 200,000 on Twitter. His beliefs are outlandish and many would say outdated. He's against interracial marriage and still believes he can cure a certain type of people, but he's not short on conviction. He stated his grand vision to build a school for black children over a decade ago and still hasn't opened it. Many people are calling him a scammer, but others keep donating to him. I dug deep to get the full story. Let's dive in.
Brothers and sisters, I am happy and elated to report to you today that we have found the location for the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for Pan-African Excellence.
Dr. Umar Johnson, whose birth name is Jermaine Shoemake, legally changed his name to Umar Rashad Ibn Abdullah Johnson, presumably to sound more African, as he calls himself the Prince.
No, look up that name. Look up the degree history. Guarantee you're going to find a 60, 70-year-old man with that name that has the exact same credentials. Now, if you look up Jermaine Shoemaker, those credentials are not there. Coincidence? I think not.
Of Pan-Africanism, the worldwide movement to unite all ancestral Africans and eliminate colonization and white supremacy. He claims to be a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass, to which the Douglass family responded, "That is cap." He travels across the country giving speeches in support of this message, and he's quite the captivating speaker.
Frederick Douglass said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Those who profess the faith of freedom."
Oh, my bad. Bruh. If you got white folks paying attention to you now, it's over. You got white podcasts making videos about you now. That bro, it's over. It's over.
But deprecate agitation are like men who want crops without blowing up the ground. They want the rain, but can't stand the thunder or the lightning. They want the ocean, but they're scared of the awful roar of the waves.
He is a doctor of psychology, or is he? He claims to have graduated from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, but an investigation from the Root turned up some fishy things. We could not find any evidence that Johnson graduated from PCOM. 99% of students who received a doctorate from PCOM have their dissertation available online, but Johnson's is not PCOM.
I told you, if you look up, what the fuck did I just tell y'all? If you look it up, you ain't gonna find nothing. You'll find a Dr. Umar with that name, but look at the age on that doctor. I guarantee it ain't him. Here go my Umar expert right here. He said he tutored the donation. Yes, he did. Watch when I find this sniff video. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna show y'all.
Also post videos of.
I want to show y'all that first. Yo, this nigga definitely sniffed some coke. Hold on, I want to show y'all this first. Let me keep that on there. It's gonna be on the playlist. History. His daughter acting a fucking fool. People down Philly whooping her ass. Where is it at? I just was watching this shit last night on Leon channel. He definitely pulled up a video of him sniffing that coke. You know I'm a nigga with that cocaine. Yo, I just now, here we go.
I need you to understand, understand. I need you to understand, and understand.
Here we go.
Brother Jose.
Sí, señor, ¿cómo está?
Peace and love, good brother. You got any time to slide by today?
Sí, tengo 5 minutos.
Yo, Leon
as
is
soon
a
as
nut.
possible. How soon can you get here?
15 minutos, 20.
601 East 17th Street, Wilmington.
Okay.
We're right around the corner from the Boys and Girls Club.
Sí, comprende.
601 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware.
Comprende, sí. Puede, can I come now? Why are you sniffing? You sniff time? What's going on? Turn the heat down.
Sir. We have, I need you to look at
He said turn the heat down.
Okay. The first thing is
that's
the
what he said
HVAC unit on our small gym has to be switched out. The company that produced the existing unit can replicate another unit.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm getting close.
I just need to find a tech who is able to replace the unit.
I'm getting close.
When the new one has completed production.
Okay, no problema. No.
Comes before coochie.
I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
I'm getting close. There we go. That's it. No, listen, y'all. One more time.
All right.
Listen closely.
Let me turn this heat down.
My baby was sleeping in the bed.
That nigga said that wasn't, bro, that's a coke snip. That's a whew, I needed that. He said an Uber bump. Hector slid through. Listen to this shit. You turned the heat down, all right.
Heat down.
My baby.
One more
Turn this
time.
heat down.
I'm saying what without the why I said that. You hear that nigga did a bump so fucking hard Watch his face when he come back.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta
look at his face when he come back.
I'm coming. Let me get up. Wait a minute.
Look.
Let me turn this heat down.
Look at the sniffing. You see the sniffling?
All right.
Look. Twinkle, twinkle.
Way off.
Look,
I'm coming. Let
twinkle,
me get
twinkle.
up. Wait a minute.
All right. Take your time. Let me turn this heat
down. I gotta turn this heat down. Look. You know what he said? He said, "Oh, she got to get her baby. Let me go get this bump out the way that I didn't broke up." Woo! Watch his face when he comes back now. Let me turn this heat down. Yeah, you turn the heat down.
My baby was sleeping in the bed. Gotta go way off to the kitchen.
Look, now watch this. He did it with his gums. That's a coke snip. Watch. I listen. I've been in these streets. I did my dirt. I'm not too proud of selling the things that I sold to my community. But the point is, I sold these drugs to my community back in the day. And I've watched them do them. And this is what they do after they take that bump. Watch this.
Go way off to the kitchen.
Now you see how he's you know why he's doing that? Because he took a bump, then took the rest and put it on his gums. He took the bump, and then the rest that he couldn't get, he put on his fingers, on his gums. And that's why he I'm telling you this firsthand. As an ex-street pharmacist, that's usually what they do. The last little bit that they don't get, that ain't enough to sniff, swipe it with their fingers and put it on their gun. I've seen it a million times. And I ain't proud of nothing that I did. But that ain't the point. The point is, this nigga here just took a bump and then wiped the rest of the coke on his gums. It was too good for him to waste. My bad. I keep looking at it too. I know y'all see the drip. Yeah, some, yeah. Little something, yeah. Little something. Yeah, I got it. He Uncle Bucky. Yeah, little something. He Uncle Bucky. Now you ain't gonna be staying around here if you ain't contributing. That nigga Uncle Bucky. We see. Listen here, Eddie. You ain't gonna be staying around here. And you ain't contributing. Huh? What was I saying? Huh? What you say? and why didn't you hear the girlfriend talk? The girlfriend said, I knew he was on something because he was a whole different person. He said he was paranoid. Look at Leon's face. I ain't gonna lie, Leon is a beanhead nigga. That nigga head do like them beans that Jack used to plant for the beanstalk. But his face is priceless right here.
This documentary was from March 14th of 2020, but I started working on it in 2019.
You ain't gonna be staying
I didn't
around
ask for a
there.
dime.
You tripping. All right. I do want to see a little bit of what this white dude had to say. And then we're gonna jump back to this. I got plenty of time. I got off early today. What time is it? Blinding. Oh, drip blinding me. Can't see. The drip. All that drip. All that drip on his watch. These moistenites, though, they don't get fucked up. Right? I ain't got that type of money. These moistenites. I ain't got that type of money. Don't get it twisted. These moistenites. Yeah, I still got plenty of time. But I want to hear what this white dude had to say about Umar. And then we're gonna jump back to Leon. You know what I keep in the line.
Also posts videos of its graduation ceremonies online, except someone has submitted a copyright infringement claim only for the graduation ceremony that took place in the year Umar Johnson supposedly graduated. I'm getting Catch Me If You Can vibes here, but I haven't seen definitive proof either way. And if his degree isn't fake, then his school certainly is. Or is it? In 2014, he announced his mission to build a school for Black children.
I hope to make the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for African Children. I implore you, I beg you, I summon you, and I petition you to donate to this cause.
Let's see what has happened since.
So far, we raised $250,000, and Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for Black boys that y'all all know I need.
In 2015, he actually raised over $400,000 on GoFundMe for the academy, and then he claimed that PayPal sabotaged him.
PayPal sabotaged us, y'all. The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is a school that I conceived of a very long time ago, but began to actually put teeth into the creation of that school a couple of years ago.
How will my academy be able to sustain itself the same way private schools all across America sustain themselves? I mean, there's no secret to how you do that. You fundraise, you have tuition, you also float endowment.
I'm skeptical his school is being built, let alone has the funding to actually sustain itself. Much like in business, you need sales and revenue to sustain yourself. To do that, you need to be in direct communication with your customers. And today, I partnered with Nextiva, the sponsor of this video, or compute all this in ease of one app. No longer will your team have to switch between 18 different apps to get the job done. Nextiva is built with business more efficient.
Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
So in 2018, 4 years after he promised he would build a school, he's still scouting locations. This one is in Atlanta. More on that in a minute.
I'm live at the Fred Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, your academy, our academy. Get the donations in. It's not a game.
In 2019, he promised heaven on earth, whatever that means. I think education is a great thing, but I doubt any middle schooler has ever called math class heaven on earth.
Because this is the month that renovations will commence.
All is well with the HVAC. The HVAC is in Delaware, but it cannot be installed unless the Prince of Pan-Africanism, CEO of FDMG. I need to be present.
Yeah, I'm sure he can't possibly get anyone else to be present for the HVAC guy.
Stop confusing homeschools with regular schools. Stop comparing homeschools to real schools. This is a real school.
Would anyone building an actual school need to tell people it's a real school? Sounds like he's trying a little too hard to convince people his school is actually being built.
Look at them big, beautiful windows, brothers and sisters. Look at the big, beautiful windows on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Oh, great. 9 years later, he finally has windows. Well, at least in 2024, he actually started painting the building.
I want to thank the brothers and sisters who came out this past weekend to Wilmington, Delaware to help us paint the inside of the Marcus Garvey Re-Africanization Academy.
And on March 1st, 2024, Umar did what everyone has waited a decade for. He set an opening date, September 3rd, 2024. Narrator, the school did not open.
Well, the time has come. I have kept my promise, and I will deliver to our young men and their parents, especially our single mother, a school that will be a heaven on earth.
Well, no, Umar, you didn't keep your promise. I gotta hand it to Umar, though. This long con is genius. He'll be leaving breadcrumbs every year for the next 50 years. Anytime someone asks when will the school actually open, he'll continue to reply soon. Just look at the progress we're making. This week we built the basketball court. Here's how he responds to the haters. Good Garvey Day, Empress. I'm not doing anything about the hate. My work speaks for itself. I've done more to assist and transform the way Black parents and children do business with and resist exploitation from the Eurocentric psychological, academic, pharmaceutical, industrial complex on the grassroots level than any Black psychologist in history. Let the hate continue. I'm too focused on my divine mission to give it any of my precious energy. Umar is full of excuses too. He blames GoFundMe for removing his account, but it appears this may have been due to his lack of non-profit status that he says he was in the process of applying for. The exact amount of donations he's received is tough to gauge. It's not hard to believe that he's raised several $1 million in the past decade. And much like that friend who never pays you back, for every delay, he's got another excuse. First, it's not enough donations, then real estate issues, then licensing issues, then HVAC, then not enough community commitment, and the list goes on. In a hilarious twist, it appears that someone may have copied his scam exactly. In fact, they have almost the exact same name. I initially thought it was the same school until I saw Umar saying it wasn't. Good Garvey Day, brothers and sisters, please be aware that FDMGA.com is in no way affiliated with the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. The official FDMG Academy does not operate a website at this time. My team is investigating this website. Umar's school is called the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. This school is called the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. It's only missing the word leadership. You can't make this stuff up. And out of all the footage I watched of Dr. Umar talking about his school, I never once heard him mention the word leadership when referencing the school's name. So the school website offers a couple Swahili lessons on its homepage and says you can enroll in online classes until the physical school is built in Atlanta. Wait a minute, Umar talked about opening a school in Atlanta.
I was about 2 seconds away from purchasing a school in Atlanta.
This coincidence seems a little fishy, and there's no info.
Yo, ain't nobody hating that hard. I think them fake Jones is him. Hold on, back that up. Hold on. Did them fake pages really be Umar trying to double up? Hold up. I never even think about that. You know, white folks, they don't play that shit when it comes to fraud. That don't make sense.
Excuse. First, it's not enough donations, then real estate issues, then licensing issues, then HVAC, then not enough community commitment, and the list goes on. In a hilarious twist, it appears that someone may have copied his scam exactly. In fact, they have almost the exact same name. I initially thought it was the same school until I saw Umar saying it wasn't. Good Garvey Day, brothers and sisters, please be aware that FDMGA.com is in no way affiliated with the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. The official FDMG Academy does not operate a website at this time. My team is investigating this website. Umar's school is called the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Leadership Academy. This school is called the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. It's only missing the word leadership. You can't make this stuff up. And out of all the footage I watched of Dr. Umar talking about his school, I never once heard him mention the word leadership when referencing the school's name. So the school website offers a couple Swahili lessons on its homepage and says you can enroll in online classes until the physical school is built in Atlanta. Wait a minute, Umar talked about opening a school in Atlanta.
I was about 2 seconds away from purchasing a school in Atlanta.
This coincidence seems a little fishy, and there's no info anywhere on this website about who runs it, just a contact number. My search for the contact number came up empty. The domain info is hidden. Then I realized that the Swahili lesson on the homepage is hosted by Vimeo. So I clicked over to Vimeo and found a new clue. The Fred Hampton Gun Club. So then I clicked over to the website, and what do you know?
Peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde.
Oh.
Make sure y'all support the Fred Hampton Gun Club. Make sure you donate to the Fred Hampton Gun Club. Make sure you join.
I'm sorry. I don't think no scammer's gonna go through that great of lengths to do all that. Like if they were trying to scam off the top of him, that's too much research. That's way too coincidental. He said somebody say gun. No. Yo. That nigga did that shit. That was his site. I don't know. That sounds too coincidental.
Join the Fred Hampton Gun Club.
And this is what we call getting caught in 4K. So he lied about his team investigating the website. He either runs it himself or his buddies decided to get in on the action too. So is Umar Johnson a scammer? Well, much like Schrodinger's cat experiment, you won't know until you open the box. In other words, until he does or doesn't open the school, we can't definitively say whether he's a scammer or not. That's the genius of
does or does not open the school. That is the genius of the scam. That's the genius of the scam. I hope that's what he was saying.
Does or doesn't open the school, we can't definitively say whether he's a scammer or not. That's the genius of it all. And even if he...
No, what he should have said was, that's the genius of the scam. Yo, that's way too coincidental for pro winter. So I keep saying pro wrestler. My bad. Motherfucking everybody know that I'm blind in the motherfucker. I think you knew pro winners, but Remy blind. I thought that shit said pro wrestlers. Remy blind. One thing everybody know about me, Remy fucking blind. But that's way too coincidental. Way too coincidental. And I think he was doing that. I think that was it's too many connections. Wait, nobody's gonna go through that great lengths to scam on top of a scam and be connected to you like that. Like that's a scam on top of. Damn, this nigga's diabolical.
He does open the school, he could be pocketing the interest on millions over a decade. The initial $400,000 in 2015 would be over $1 million today if invested in the S&P 500. So even if he opened the school today, he could have potentially pocketed a significant amount of money. And once the school is open, no one will even think to investigate. This is all...
Yo! That blows the whole thing out the water. Because it's been over a decade, right? And hold on, let me put it up full mass. Let me take this out. He showed the chart. So if with the money that he made,
significant amount of money, and once the school is open, no one will even think over $1 million.
Look, now you see the interest rate right there. Let me put it up full mass. Right? What the dude is saying is, if the money was sitting there like it was supposed to be, he would have collected at least $1 million in interest just off the money being there. Let's say he bought the building for $400,000, right? You still raised over, some say anywhere from $1 million to $5 million. You would have collected millions of dollars of interest, at least $1 million. But you broke and always still need money. It does, no matter how you slice it, the math ain't math. It just does not make sense. You were smoking that money as it smoking and tricking that money as it comes, and you getting paid for interviews. Why didn't any of your money go towards it? You getting paid $30,000 an interview. Look up Umar Johnson interviews. You could have paid for the school yourself. At least half with all the money you making. Why did the people money have to go into it? Why did none of yours go into it?
Today if invested in the S&P 500. So even if he opened the school today, he could have potentially pocketed a significant amount of money. And once the school is open, no one will even think to investigate. This is all just wild speculation, and we don't know the exact amount he's raised over these years, but
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of hate to say it, but I don't. Sometimes it take a white dude to investigate for. Sometimes it take white folks to get up in there and investigate for us to get some certain shit that we ain't seen. Sometimes it takes that. And this white dude that says some shit that I ain't heard nobody say.
it's all within the realm of possibility. Mere incompetence is very possible too, but strains credibility for me. For sheer entertainment value, I'm hoping he's produced the longest con. In all seriousness, though, it's sad that so many people donated to him in the hopes of building a school for the Black community, regardless of whether it's a scam or just incompetence. It's sad. To make up for it, I will soon be opening the Spencer Cornelius Center for Students Who Can't Read Good. Donation link is in the description. Thanks for watching.
Was that a joke at the end, or was he serious? Okay, let's go to this this brother's YouTube channel now. Now we got a little bit of what's going on. Oh my gracious, man. Umar Johnson caught lying about how much money he has raised for FDMG. Is this the one I wanted to do first, or this one? Yeah. Let's do this one first. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this out, man. This is, oh my God, y'all about this. Put your seatbelts on.
According to Umar Johnson, he took his first FDMG Academy donation on April 14, 2014.
I want to say thank you to all my donors. Where are my donors at? How many of y'all been donating since the first fundraiser, April the 14th, St. Louis 2014?
On April 3rd, 2025, Umar Johnson said the following on It's Up There podcast.
Now, mind you, Black Lives Matter raised what? $100 million? I don't think they ever got audited. We never broke $1 million. We got audited the year before last, and we had to show them everything. The man was
You ain't broke $1 million?
Nah, close to it, but we ain't broke $1 million, which is fine.
What Umar Johnson is saying is that by April of 2025, he had not raised $1 million for FDMG Academy.
We never broke $1 million. We got audited the year before last, and we had to show them everything. The man was
You ain't broke $1 million.
Yo, this hairstyle right here should let you know something was right. Something was right.
We got
this right here should have made the world say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Look at it. Don't nobody see this shit? That right there should have made the whole world say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right. Look at it. That's a crackhead hairstyle. Look like a nigga that gets high and can't stop. And that one joint is just sitting, pointing at the nigga. How you doing? This one, how you doing? Ooh, excuse me, this beer got me burping like a motherfucker. Yo, this shit is ridiculous.
Audited the year before last, and we had to show him everything. The man was
You ain't broke $1 million?
Hassan
nah,
Campbell.
close to it, but we ain't broke $1 million, which is fine.
You know what bothers me? People like Umar was one of the niggas that really needed to get exposed. But Hassan Campbell, this shit needs to happen to him. It should have happened to him a long time ago. Before Umar, before Young Pharaoh. Because, yes, them two niggas scammed the black community. But Hassan scammed the black community using child pedophilia, playing a victim of child pedophilia. Now, as an actual victim, well, I wouldn't call myself a victim. I'd call myself a product of it. Meaning, my father was well off into his 20s, going on 30. My mother was 13 when they started dating. 15 when she had me. So I'm a victim / product of it. And I'm not proud of that, but it's my story. And if you don't believe me, I have an interview with my mother. He played on my mother's pain. You know the look that I will never forget the look of disgust that my mother had when she first saw him and saw the shit that he was doing and the shit that he was saying, the shit that he was claiming. She knew right off the bat that he was lying. So you took the pain of actual victims and profited off of it. I believe he is the worst. But Umar comes second. All Young Pharaoh did was scan motherfuckers off of information. No, he used dead black people. No, I can't. No, Young Pharaoh and Hassan, neck and neck.
Even though Umar Johnson claimed that he had not raised $1 million by April of 2020.
Look at this shit. You can't tell me that this nigga ain't getting high. He high right there. Look, man, I was a street pharmacist for several years, decades, more than half my life. I was in them streets. Trip C's, if you don't get your little light-skinned ass up here, you don't get your high yellow ass up here. Oh, you getting your hair retwisted? That's what's up. You don't get your high yellow ass up here. You ain't got to turn your screen on. Get your little yellow ass up here. I need some help. You know the story more than I do.
25. Video evidence.
Help me. Help me. Nigga. Help me.
Interview evidence, podcast evidence, lecture evidence, and IRS nonprofit financial records prove that Umar Johnson had raised well over $1 million by April of 2025. For the purpose of this video, we will specifically examine online records related to the purchase price of the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware.
Now, hold on for a minute. I want to shout my man's channel out one more time. Leon.
He playing the video.
I like
channel
The Truth
in Delaware. Brothers in 2019, Umar Johnson 22 own words and Umar Johnson
Teach for the truth and everything. The man is show the truth.
No, you old as shit if you gotta hold on. Let me put my glasses on. What's the channel name? I've been blind my whole life. This is old man blind right here. Let me put my glasses.
Leon.
Leon, that's it.
Leon Honor. Shout out to Leon, man. Leon is great. Break this thing all the way down to the ground, receipts and everything. And I like channels and people like this that just very good.
Umar Johnson's own words in Umar Johnson's IRS filings for the year 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. On February 9, 2019, Umar Johnson announced that he had acquired abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware.
Brothers and sisters, I'm glad to announce right here today on Saturday, February the 9th, 2019, Black History Month, that the location of the first Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy will be in the great state where Marcus Garvey incorporated the Black Star Line Steamship Corporation. Marcus Garvey incorporated the Black Star Line Steamship Corporation in the state of Delaware, 1919. And Dr. Umar Johnson with the funds.
Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in. And y'all know, y'all want to support the channel, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal if y'all want to support. Y'all know.
Donated and invested in him by our people have purchased the first Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy in the great state of Delaware, 2019.
In the school announcement video, Umar Johnson did not disclose how much money he spent to acquire the abandoned buildings.
Nope.
Online records show the purchase price as $400,000. In
an
interview on the Lord Jamar Godcast dated October 12, 2020, the topic of the purchase price was brought up.
You end up purchasing 2 buildings, yes?
4 buildings.
4 buildings. Okay. For about
2 schools, 4 buildings.
2 schools, 4 buildings for $400,000.
It was more than that.
Okay. Well,
notice that Umar Johnson stated that the purchase price was more than $400,000. Umar Johnson did not reveal exactly how much more the purchase price was.
2 schools, 4 buildings.
I think Trip C's looked up the listings for the buildings. Them buildings was like $1. And I'm gonna keep it big with you. No, it wasn't that low, but it was low. It was nowhere near 400,000. Shit, it was barely 1,000. I forgot what she did to look them Jones up. That's why I need Trip C's up here. Bald head, small head, get your ass up here. She know them buildings was cheap. Like they condemned. Ain't nobody selling. Think about it. The property is fucked up. The land around it is fucked up. Buildings is fucked up. What type of building like that costs $400,000? Over $400,000. Nobody peeped that. But Trip C's.
For $400,000.
It was more than that.
Okay. Well, everybody wants to know, where's the extra money? Where'd the extra money go?
For the purpose of this video, we will accept the online record as factual and establish that the purchase price was at least $400,000. Therefore, we can state that by February 9, 2019, Umar Johnson had raised at least $400,000 to purchase the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. With $400,000 established as the minimum amount of donation money raised, we can now review Umar Johnson's IRS Form 990 return for the year 2020. The Form 990 is an organization exempt from income tax document that must be submitted to the IRS in order to maintain nonprofit status. Umar Johnson's nonprofit status associated with the FDMG Academy allows Umar Johnson to collect FDMG Academy donations without having to pay taxes on the money raised. Umar Johnson's IRS Form 990 return shows that Umar Johnson reported to the IRS that he received no FDMG Academy donations for the year 2020. However, under the Part 10 balance sheet section, Umar Johnson reported that he had $518,048 cash in a non-interest-bearing account at the beginning of 2020. This cash is the FDMG Academy donation money left over after he purchased the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware for at least $400,000. Logically, therefore, we can add the 2019 purchase price of at least $400,000 to the remaining cash in the non-interest-bearing account of $518,048. Calculations show that the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the beginning of 2020 was $918,048. It must be noted that the document also shows that the end of the year cash balance was $572,409. Logically, therefore, we can add the 2019 purchase price of at least $400,000 to the end of the year remaining cash in the non-interest-bearing account of $572,409. Calculations show that the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2020 was $972,409. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return document for the year 2021 shows that Umar Johnson raised $177,892 in 2020 and $116,585 in 2021. Since Umar Johnson did not report the $177,892 to the IRS on his 2020 Form 990 return, we can add the $177,892 to the total FMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2020 was $1,150,301. We can now add the $116,585 raised in 2021 to the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2021 was $1,266,886. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return for the year 2022 shows that Umar Johnson raised $0 in donations. Umar Johnson's Form 990 return document for the year 2023 shows that Umar Johnson raised $121,646 in 2022 and $204,822 in donations in 2023. Since Umar Johnson did not report the $121,646 to the IRS on his 2022 Form 990 return, we can add the $121,646 to the total FMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2022 was $1,388,532. We can now add the $204,822 raised in 2023 to the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised. Calculations show that the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2023 was $1,593,354. Umar Johnson's Form 990 document for the year 2024 shows that Umar Johnson raised $84,506 in 2024. We can now add the $84,506 raised in 2024 to the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised. Calculation shows that the total minimum FMG Academy donations raised by Umar Johnson at the end of 2024 was $1,677,860. Therefore, it can be factually stated that Umar Johnson has.
All right, so he raised $1,677,860, right? He said shit costs. Well, for Umar, Lord Jamar said 100,000. He said a little bit over, or well over. So I'm guessing around like 500,000. That's still $1,077,860. It's still over $1 million unaccounted for. No matter how you slice it, it's still over $1 million unaccounted for. And if it was sitting in the bank, it would have collected at least $1 million interest by now. Nah, nigga.
Raised a bare minimum of $1,677,860.
And this is just a bare minimum because he doesn't get a full scoop.
In FMG Academy donations through the year 2024. A critical question that we should ask is, why did Umar Johnson tell people in April of 2025 that he had not raised $1 million in FMG Academy donations?
Now, mind you, Black Lives Matter raised what?
$100 million? I don't think they ever got audited.
Black Lives Matter ain't raised shit. It was given to them. The $100 million was given to them. So you can't, audit. I mean, the way we audited you was getting money directly from the people. One man gave them that money. One man decided to give them that money. You were scamming thousands of people. Look at this, this shit is wild. I don't know how nobody picked that shit.
We never broke $1 million. We got audited the year before last, and we had to show him everything. The man was
You ain't broke $1 million?
Nah, close to it, but we ain't broke $1 million, which is fine.
Bare minimum.
Wow. Sound like money
Run
being
those
pocketed.
donations. Where those donations at?
Yeah. Look at this shit.
Cash.me/$FDMG school. Run them donations. Cash.me.
Okay, I got one more video, y'all. Shout out to all my enders and everything. And this right here started really breaking down. This is the brother, his channel and everything, man. Shout out to him. I think he's in the banking or something. But he's a sharp brother. He's breaking it clearly down. That was him. That was from his channel. The second video was from his channel, and this is his the third video, which is still from his channel. Check this out.
Apartment in 2019, and he accidentally flipped the phone. Okay, he flipped his phone.
Look at his apartment.
To be more precise, he was live streaming at the time, and he flips the phone.
FDMG resumes at gmail.com. FDMG resumes at gmail.com.
Look at this shit. And you said that lady is a liar? She said you're a hoarder. You hoard things. Look at his apartment. Trash everywhere. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me again. Yeah, that was my last one. I'm chilling off them joints. I say them motherfuckers for tomorrow. Them last couple of years, I'm gonna say them joints for tomorrow. But look! He living in filth. How do you believe that a man that lives in that type of filth could start a school? And how can he be financially responsible enough to start a school? And he asked me out for money because he said they shut the account down. But y'all, they think that he can really run a school? You must be out your mind. You got a lot of nerve. That shit is ridiculous, bro.
FDMG resumes.
Oh, okay. So when he said he flipped the phone, okay, he was live streaming. He was talking to the phone and he flipped the camera around and accidentally showed his location. Sometimes I shoot from this way so you all can see the equipment or whatever the case may be. Uncle Mike ain't trying to hide anything, but most definitely if you would have saw my bedroom, then you would be like, hey, this how this. I'm a bachelor, you know what I'm saying? I don't fold clothes and I don't make up my bed, so but I don't look that bad. I look bad. I do look bad, but I don't look that bad. Here we go, y'all.
Resumes.
Watch this. He flipped the phone.
FDMG.
This is 2019. And this is how in 2019, okay, basically he gonna explain it.
He said,
yeah. You guys see this? Okay, this is Umar's apartment. He had his own place back then in 2019. This is prior to him getting evicted. He had been staying here since at least 2010. And the reason why I know this is because the research shows this. Let me show you. Let me do a quick screen share. So this is from 2010. Let me zoom in so you guys can see the date. If you look right here, see where my cursor is at? Date filed. This is December 15, 2010. He was already having financial issues. And again, this coincides with, around the time where he stops working as a school psychologist and he starts full-time as a speaker, I guess you can say. So the money wasn't coming in like it was coming in before. So what I can say conclusively that Umar, he stayed at this residence from at least, I would say in 2010 up until 2019. Okay, the total rent was $500. Attorney fees were $250. Subtotal was $750. Court costs, etc. The total due was $800. I mean, he couldn't come up with $500 at that time. He ends up resolving that.
I'm trying to listen
he stays
to you.
at that residence for another roughly 8.5 years. Okay, we'll just say 9. Okay, just to make it easy. Now I want to go to 2019 with the eviction that he got in 2019. Okay, Umar Abdullah Johnson. Okay, this was filed September 10th of 2019. And if we scroll down here, we'll see the rent. Okay, so $19.53. I guess that was a balance that was due. And then August, he didn't, because I was reading this backwards. He didn't pay for August. And then we get to September, he didn't pay. And then the date filed for this complaint was September 10th, 2019. So the total rent that was due was $2,919.53. And then the total with all these fees and everything else was $3,541.28. Now, the last complaint didn't result in an eviction because Umar was able to resolve it. But this complaint actually resulted in an eviction, and Umar he just didn't resolve it. So he couldn't come up with $3,541, or he decided not to. Okay. Now, I'm going to propose that he decided not to because his plan was to just move into these abandoned buildings. Remember, going into 2019, after he acquired these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware for $400,000, Umar should have been sitting on about $800,000.
Yes, you should have been sitting on so much money, bro. It's ridiculous. Hold on. Hold on. Somebody's texting me. That's more than he raised more than enough money to do what he said he was supposed to be doing. And he didn't.
But see, the point is that the money that most of the money that he had collected at that time, he had already spent. All he had pretty much left over was the $400,000. He had been living off the money anyway.
They didn't raise much.
Remember, many of you guys remember in the timeline, what ends up happening is Umar does not start renovations right away.
He said a mill of powder or something else.
He says we need more money, but he should have been sitting on about $850,000.
Yeah, somebody
he had been living off that money from 2014 to 2019. Once he acquires his abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware, there's no more money left. So he can't start renovations right away. So he comes up with the lie that he needs to find the blueprint so that they can actually start renovations. But the point is that it's all about the financials of this. That the reason why Umar couldn't come up in July 2019, $19.53, the reason why he couldn't come up with $1,450 in August of 2019, and the reason why he couldn't come up with $1,450 in September of 2019 was because he had run through all the money. I've shown you 2019 where Umar flips his phone and shows his living condition as a hoarder. I've shown you the eviction notice that Umar, really this is the landlord-tenant complaint, but ultimately Umar did not resolve this and he gets evicted. This is 2019. And then if you guys look at the video evidence, the forensics, as it were, dealing with video evidence. And I've already archived all this, and I can actually pull this up. If you guys look at what happens is after a certain date, you don't see him live streaming here anymore. And then you start seeing him live streaming more and more inside of hotels and motels. Yeah. I can pull up evidence of this too to prove my case. You see him live stream.
Yeah. Ain't lying. Lennon didn't say nothing that was even close to lying so far.
More and more at hotels and motels because he doesn't have his own residence. You see him live streaming inside of his rental car more and more. You see him live streaming out in front of these abandoned buildings more and more.
Keep the trash off the ground. You know what I mean? He's going to do that. So we got a little contract going. Keep the money in the hood. You know what I mean? Keeping the money in the hood. Make sure y'all keep them donations going. We need them donations. Cash.me/$FDMG school.
You don't see him inside of his residence anymore. And then at a certain point, you see Umar live streaming. It's his mother's residence.
And while we struggle to get the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy up and running,
that shit's crazy.
And we're only going to be able to get the small school up because we don't have enough money to get the big school up.
This 2020.
We got Negroes who are trying to sabotage. Speaking of farming, I need some black farmers to get at me. You must know your trade because I'm looking at farmland in Delaware. We need an acre or two for our school farm. We need an acre or two for our school farm. We're going to have crops and animals, cows, horses, chickens, turkeys. We might even do some pigs, black pigs. Black pigs. We're going to have black pigs. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Quaker Grits is $20 million a year off black folks. Quaker Grits. Can I have your grit money for 1 year? Give me your grit money for 1 year and I will build 10 schools across this country. If you don't stay in shape, the blood is not going to get to where it needs to get so your Shango stick can form so you can satisfy your woman.
What?
She don't want a Twinkie. She don't want no Twizzler. She don't want no soft ass candy. What? She needs a rock. Because see, as much as our sisters want to be intimate, our sisters want to be held, our sisters want to be loved, they want affection, they want to be caressed, they want to be massaged, and all that's okay. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But guess what? One thing for certain and two things for sure. Sometimes your wife going to come home frustrated and she had a bad day and the things just didn't go right and she ain't going to want to be caressed and she ain't going to want to be massaged and she ain't going to want a forehead kiss. She going to want her cookies crushed. Every once in a while, your queen is going to want her cookies crushed. And when your queen needs you to crush those cookies, you have to be able to meet the demand.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. Time out. What happened to the school? You're talking about cookies being crushed. What happened to the school, bruh?
Sister, I don't care how spiritual she is. I don't care how feminine she is. Every once in a while, she want cookies crushed.
I don't mean to laugh. My bad, y'all.
Make sure you hit the Cash App, $FDMG School.
Okay.
Make sure you hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. My first time I wore a wave cap in over a year. My first time wearing a wave cap in over a year. I forgot what they felt like. It's time to tie it down.
Damn, man.
It's time to tie it down again. King Kong back in the wave cap. Let's do what we do, only for a hot minute. Because you didn't get what you want from me with your fat, pregnant, married ass, I'ma expose your ass. I might flirt with your ass. I might take a picture with your ass. But don't you ever once think that I belong to that ass. You messed up, fat girl. I saw you 5 times. When did we have sex? I saw you 5 times in my life. all public. All public. When were we intimate? When were we ever behind a closed door? Did we go into the bathroom together? Did we meet at a park? Were we ever in the same car? You told sisters we had sex. I never touched your fat ass. You ain't my type. You ain't my type, sweetheart. Your ass is flatter than a Negropean. Excuse me. Your ass is flatter than a European, flatter than a snow bunny. Your ass is flatter than an omelet on Sunday morning. Your ass is flatter than a street freshly paved on a Monday morning. You is not my type. You are not 5'5" thick in the thighs. I'm going to tear your ass a new one when that interview drops. You 7 months pregnant during an interview with Tasha K about Dr. Umar with your Neanderthal booty, your smashed in booty. You think I want to look at that?
Man, hold up, dude. Wait a minute. Oh my God. I need to look back and see if I actually donated. I'm thinking like, dude, if I was thinking about donating to him because he was talking about the school and everything. But if I would have saw this little clip right here, nah, I'm not donating to you, man. And a lot of people, I mean, dude, you sounding like, why are you talking about this girl who you didn't have S with? Oh my God, man. This is not, I don't even want to rewind.
Do you really think I want to bend that over? But I would probably put him on a 3-year contract, with a goal for each one of those 3 years. Get a job. These are the requirements to remain in his house. You're going to be on your own by 21, 22. So you got 3 years. I was sitting down to do a contract and a plan. Okay, you're going to have a job by this time. You're going to be in the GED course. You would have taken and passed the GED within the next 12 to 18 months. You know what I'm saying? We'll help set you up in your apartment, but you're going to get a job to pay for it. Like, I need to come up with a plan for that young man so he knows what the deadline is. I would give him 3 years. Maximum.
Appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, now be blessed. Who we got next tapping in?
Wow. Oh my gracious, man. He's really showing the living conditions of him in 2023 though.
But I got a couple female celebrities, we call,
2024.
we flirt, we message, I got a couple multi-millionaire queens we bounce off, but I know it's not a good social match for me because I'm unapologetically African. So if I end up in a relationship with her, there's things she do that are contradictory to what I stand for. So I can respect her and I can honor her. We might even have a cup of milk and cookies. One of these cold winter nights, we might, cuddle up with a warm cup of chocolate milk and some chocolate cookies. You understand me? When we get to the house with Grandma Vegan, I'm sitting on the couch and Grandma Vegan says, Umar, you raising your voice. I think you're about to get violent. I may have to call the police. I said, what? I'm sitting down. I didn't say nothing about violence. I didn't say nothing about fighting nobody. I didn't say nothing. I'm sitting down. Grandma Vegan standing up, the evil vegan standing up. I'm sitting down talking about wanting to see my baby. And Grandma Vegan says, Umar, you getting loud. You're getting angry. I think you're about to get violent. I may have to call the police. I said, deja vu. Mama Smurf part 2. Deja vu. Mama Smurf tried to get me locked up for something I never did using fake pictures. Her and her mom doctored up with makeup when the real guy who bust the windows out and threatened my daughter's life, she never took him to court. Never took him to court. Never took him to court. Here I am sitting in my daughter's grandmother's house trying to establish some custody so I can spend some time with my child. And the grandmother says, I might have to call the police.
Is this the daughter that he talking about? Because there's a video out there where the daughter tore him open a new one. I can't remember what she said. What kind of 50-year-old man stays with his mama? Me. But this is my house. I'm taking care of my mom. I pay the bills around this mother. Believe that. All right, anyway, with his mama and live stream from mama's closet. Well, I don't live stream from the closet. I live stream from my recording studio and anywhere else I want to live stream from in my house. I got a 3-car garage that I'm turning into a green room, where 2 of the garage together going to be the green room. But this is not good. This is not good at all, man. So, I ain't got nothing to hide, man. I mean, no matter what you do, and that's 2025. That's 2025. Now, I was I'm not gonna play this whole video, man, because this is getting real long.
Even though it was happening.
This guy right here, I started look. This what made me say, let me get up and just do a video, because I'm hoping that I'm helping somebody. You feel me? Give him a thumbs up. Uncle Mike gotta get his glasses, man. Cam James. See, he got 119,000 subscribers, and all these other channels that's talking about this Umar guy, they have like they got a lot of subscribers. And I remember them days when I wish I had the numbers that they have now. But my channel, the Music Recording Network, is a bigger channel, and I'm hoping that I'm spreading some love to these people and getting people to like subscribe. You never can run out of subscribers, and I'm not. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to help people, but the thing that I noticed right here that I want y'all to see was this has been over a year ago. So he was, we could pick up from right here if you want, or you can go to his channel. Well, we'll make this an hour long. Check this out. I just want you to hear what this brother's saying a little bit about
ASAP. All right, last ground rule. We'll be calling him Dr. Umar or Johnson moving forward, since he still has those handles attached to his official social media pages. This is confusing. Don't at me.
Okay, so
I'm trying my best to be fair about this, but if I see something suspect, I'll call it out on the spot. Johnson calls himself a paternal kinsman to the great abolitionist Frederick Douglass.
Never claimed to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass, and nor do I have to be. I'm a descendant of Frederick Douglass's first cousin, a gentleman by the name of Stephen Henry Bailey.
The internet is a beautiful thing.
What?
I hate to do this to you, my guy, but I found this video of you early on in your career promoting a speaking engagement in New York. And in this video, you claim you're Douglass's grandnephew. So are you descended from his first cousin, or are you his grandnephew? Both of those can't be true.
Even when there's a pro and a con, they're both conning us. Yes.
Douglass's family has very clearly shut this down. And even though Johnson has claimed he wasn't saying he was descended from Douglass, what the hell does he think paternal kinsman means?
I am a blood relative of Frederick Douglass. We have a family reunion every 2 years. I have more videos on YouTube than any other scholar. I speak around the world more than any other scholar. Show me where I've ever said I was a descendant. I've only claimed one thing, kinsman.
The delete button would fix this really quickly, I promise. Strike one. I didn't know who Bishop Wayman is, but after some basic research, it's not really possible to disprove that one. He leads a college tour called Unapologetically African for 11 through 17-year-old Black children. Calls himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism, as I mentioned before, in third person. Strike two. Anybody calling themselves a prince of anything in the third person is a walking red flag. That's cult leadership. He says he holds free educational and mental health consultations for 2 hours on Tuesday mornings. Meanwhile, he's talking nonstop about charging per child on his Twitter. Free work is free work, though. We'll leave that one alone for now. The bio goes on to brag about how many rappers have mentioned him and how many paintings he's inspired. More occult leaders. Enlarging your persona through unprovable claims, comparing yourself to other scholars, is wild for an official bio. Strike 3. He claims his book, Psychoacademic Holocaust, The Special Education and ADHD Wars Against Black Boys, is the first book written by an African-American male school psychologist to Black parents with specific strategies on how to fight back against special education and ADHD misdiagnoses. Yeah, we're going to come back to that one. I have not read the book, so I have no verdict, but his opinions on these misdiagnoses are questionable, to put it very gently. It's not all bad, though. There's a couple of things I was glad to see here. He says he's the founder and president of the National Independent Black Parent Association, or NIBPA, organized to fight against educational and academic racism. Dope. I'm also all for the intention behind the National Independent Black Ex-Offender Association, or NIBIA, which he dubbed the New Underground Railroad. The goal with this group is to advocate for rights on behalf of previously incarcerated Black women, men, and children. Again, dope. Prisoners are subject to legalized slavery in America thanks to the 13th Amendment. So this seems like a step in the right direction if he can get it off the ground. We're not here to on people's genuinely beneficial ideas. The bio wraps up with a mention of his Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey School for African Boys, which we'll absolutely cover later. That was a lot already, and we haven't even made it off the About Me page yet. This is where our research steps in.
Damn. Hold up, man. I was not going to play this video, but this video will play. This brother is... This was a year ago. This video been up for over a year. Damn, young, that's crazy.
This man has changed his name twice. Allegedly. Jermaine Shoemake from North Philly switched it up and became Umar Rashad ibn Abdullah Johnson, then most recently updated his name to Umar Ifatunde.
Ifatunde Oguntade.
Apologies. Ifatunde Oguntade.
Because I'm destined to be a priest and I'm a son of Ogun.
He claims Ifatunde came from his 2020 visit to an African village called Oyutunji, where he claims that he got blessed by a chief named Olatan. I didn't mention which African country this village is located in for a reason. It's not in Africa at all. It's in South Carolina. Seabrook, to be specific. Apparently, it has great reviews. I learn something new every time I do one of these. On top of being a crown priest of an African-American village, Dr. Johnson is, in fact, a doctor. National Student Clearinghouse confirms that he graduated from Millersville University with a bachelor's. He then received his MBA and doctorate degrees from the Philadelphia School of Osteopathic Medicine in 2009 and 2012, respectively. Naomi dug up the transcript thanks to columnist Michael Harriot, who accused Johnson of being a charlatan in one article on The Root, then printed a retraction a week later when he got the documentation himself. So we can put that question to rest. Since we know that at least one part of his identity holds up, we should take a closer look into what it takes to become a PsyD, not PhD, in clinical psychology, so we have something to reference. By all accounts, that is tough. According to psychology.org, the clinical psych degree program is hard work that requires years of research, time spent as an understudy of a licensed psychologist, and a large financial investment. I got student loans, they got student loans. Let us know what your student loan balance is looking like in the comments. It's a party. Northwestern University's psychology site agrees. It's tough just getting accepted into these schools in the first place. They claim there could be as many as 300 applications for 8 positions, and 10 to 15 need to be accepted for those 8 spots, since they might dip out to another school or pursue something else. Your GPA and score on the GRE, the graduate record examination, need to be competitive. And even better than competitive, if you want a really good chance of acceptance. Back to the doctor. We've established that his name is up for debate, but his medical credentials are at least partially earned. There's no way for us to verify whether he completed his required licensure as a psychologist. Yes, there is. This extremely helpful 2018 article in HuffPost by Dwayne Wong features a document submitted by a close associate of Johnson's, Ann McMillian. How do I know they're close? She's tagged on his Facebook posts and is in this video touring his school, which we'll definitely be coming back to. The document she sent to the Philadelphia State Board of Education provides detailed answers ahead of his trial for misrepresenting himself as a licensed psychologist. There's a lot of legal code and specific details here, and I'll be providing a link in the description. The short version is that Dr. Umar never claimed to be licensed in the states he operates in and has the legal right to call himself a school psychologist, since he was exempted from needing a license by the Philadelphia Board of Psychology Licensure Office. He also has a bunch of certifications that clear him against those charges, according to McMillian. In Dr. Umar's own words, I've been ordered to stand trial in Harrisburg, PA, before the Board of Psychology to be stripped of my school psychology credentials as a result of constant complaints from some members of my race, pleading to the white man via phone and mail to bring an end to my profession. On IG, he said this: the same questions over and over again on every radio show, countless social network jokes, and campaigns to diminish the credibility of the one man Black parents can count on to assist for free with saving their children from the mental health and miseducation systems. This is the thanks I get for helping to save a generation of Black boys. We mentioned earlier that he offers free counseling for 2 hours a week while charging every parent the rest of the week. So I'm not sure that's the hill he wants to stand on. Free work is always a good thing, but most of his behavior is intensely profit-seeking. With all the call-outs about coons running to snitch on him to white people, this is probably a great time to talk about his racial philosophy.
Yeah. Oh, my gracious. Wait a minute.
Calls himself the Prince of Pan-Africanism with a K. Let me define it before explaining that unusual spelling. Hold tight. Britannica holds us down with a solid definition. In its narrowest political manifestation, Pan-Africanists envision a unified African nation where all people of the African diaspora can live.
That's beautiful.
It's a sentiment that people of African descent have a great deal in common, a fact that deserves notice and even celebration. My guy stopped by the Yada the Mean Godcast, fantastic name, hosted by Lord Jamar, another controversial Black intellectual and rapper Rod Digger in 2021 to break it down further.
I always say I was a Pan-Africanist before I knew what Pan-Africanism was, because the red, black, and green flag just always naturally vibrated with me.
Put a pin in that. Let's keep going.
Nothing supersedes your racial family identity.
This is his first principle of Pan-Africanism. Let's say, for sake of example, I identify as a superhero. In this interpretation, I would never be a superhero who identifies as part of the African family. I'd be African first and a superhero after. He says there's 4 principles, with Garveyism being the highest. He doesn't elaborate on the rest of them here. He goes on to explain what I see as the origin of his tirades against the white man, using archaeological artifacts as a basis for why Africans were the first people on Earth, thereby making them superior.
Because anything sounds good when it's in theory. Anything sounds good when it's in philosophy. There is no artifact of a man or woman, modern man or woman, that is older than any of the artifacts found on the mother continent.
He went on to say Pan-Africanists don't follow European science to come to their conclusions. They follow African sciences. His final claim was that African scientists, such as Dr. Johannes Haile Selassie, discovered human remains older than the world's most famous human ancestor, Lucy. She got a whole movie. I dug into that one myself, and not only is that a real Ethiopian paleoanthropologist, he did discover a 3.8 million year old cranium in February of 2016. At least part of his African artifacts argument seems to check out. As far as we currently know, the oldest humans were from Africa. Let's circle back to the K in Africa. This article in North Carolina State University's African-American student newspaper, The Nubian Message, helps shed some light on that. According to staff writer Terry Moore, most traditional languages on the African continent don't use a K the way we do, and Europeans polluted our languages. More specifically, she claims no languages in Europe outside of Dutch and German use the hard C sound, and that the use of a K unifies their people after being dispersed across the world. Verifying that is a stretch, but at least we know that it's more than a stylistic choice on Dr. Umar's part. He sees himself as helping to unify our ignorant asses, spelling Africa with a C. Just for the record, we're establishing a pattern here. He changed his name based on an African village in South Carolina and spells Africa with a K based on a language he doesn't speak from a continent he was not born on. Y'all still following? I'm only like halfway through. Stay hydrated. We're going to take a history break for a second to talk about his philosophy of African unity and try to reconcile it with how he frames the white man. He mentioned Garveyism earlier, and we need to establish who Garvey was to better understand how Johnson's mind works.
I unequivocally rejected the racist assumption of much white American Christianity, namely that God had created the black man inferior and that he had intended Negroes to be a servant class.
Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican black nationalist who was charismatic as hell and sparked the first black nationalist movement in America. Harlem, New York, to be specific. To make a very long story short, Garvey founded the Universal Negro Improvement Association and couldn't get enough traction in Jamaica, so he bounced to Harlem and took over. By 1919, my dog claimed 200K members, and at one point in 1920, he spoke at an event with 25 international delegates, then ended that joint by marching 50,000 people down the streets. So far, this sounds fantastically disruptive, but there was a more controversial side to Garvey's movement. He advocated for racial purity and separatism to the point where he met with the Ku Klux Klan. Y'all trying to send us back to Africa. I'm trying to build a new Africa. We good. He rubbed the NAACP and W.E.B. Du Bois the wrong way when he basically called them soft for trying to assimilate with white people. Then announced the founding of the Empire of Africa, with himself residing as provisional president. Garvey got indicted in 1923 for fraud and mishandling funds to build a black steamship, then got pardoned and deported by President Calvin Coolidge.
My mother bought all of my sneakers for school and for play right next door to the UNIA.
I think we all need a break from the clips at this point. Hopefully y'all saw why I needed to show those. Look, the man is a black nationalist. The labels might shift, but the intent remains the same. He mirrors Marcus Garvey's philosophy at every turn and in every interview, while ignoring the fact that he's starting to reflect Garvey's alleged fraudulent business practices and flamboyant persona too. I'm about to explain how. His nationalist beliefs are not for me to criticize. It's a free country. His intentions for the next generation of children and some of his claims about underrepresented groups, though, that's fair game.
A lot of this going over Uncle Mike's head. It's going over my head, but I'm checking it out.
We had to cover his fake ties to Frederick Douglass and his worship of Marcus Garvey before the school. And hopefully, it's obvious why we did that. Both of these men's names have been slapped together to represent a school that's been in progress since 2014. It kicked off when Dr. Umar approached the board at St. Paul's College in Virginia to reopen the school after the HBCU closed in 2013. Money talks for school boards, so they gave him a couple months to put up $5 million. He wasn't able to swing it, and that effort fell through. Raising money is hard, no matter what it's for. We're not mocking Johnson for not getting that money raised in time, or for his broad ambition to open a school. The criticism I have for him personally comes down to the lack of transparency with regard to use of the funds he's raised since then. In 2015, he raised $125K via PayPal and got it frozen since he wasn't registered as a 501c3 nonprofit, then reportedly stacked $400K via GoFundMe. That campaign was suspended, so those funds were almost definitely returned to donors in full. He's told people that he got his nonprofit registration handled, but we haven't found anything to back that up yet. He's claimed that he's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. His official site gives us this gem laying out the donation tiers, very reminiscent of every scam we've seen before, all the way down to the names of the levels and the lack of transparency. Why is it always precious metals? What does all donations will be honored mean? How much money has this brought in, fam? I'm well aware that it takes a hell of a lot of resources and funding to get a school open. And since he's posted an official opening date of September 3rd, 2024, I'm not jumping to a final conclusion about this just yet.
This is back around 2005. So it should be a no-brainer for you all to conceptualize, to understand, understand, and overstand why Dr. Umar Johnson made the obvious leap. A principal can prevent problems. A therapist comes in after to reverse problems.
Y'all let me know what y'all think
One by one, quick little testimonial.
I have no words to say. My heart is really full.
Yes, a wonderful vibration, great energy. Such ancestral presence, definitely.
Also very proud. Second time, so it feels even more spiritual, more grounded, more sure.
Happy to be here, and I'm going to keep supporting this brother, and I'm looking for you all to support this brother because the doc's for real.
It's been a long time. I told you it was coming. It's here. It's in your hands. Believe more in yourself.
Hey, remember when I said Ann McMillian sent in a document on Umar's behalf and that they were really close? Yeah, y'all about to find out exactly how close.
For all of you haters and you fake supporters, you have defamed this man. You have called him everything out the book. You didn't believe that he was going to get to school, and he hasn't. It's for our children. Stop with the rhetoric. Stop with the lies. You know who you are. I will call your names out.
Time will tell if the school happens. There's one more thing about it that needs attention, though. What the hell is he going to be teaching these kids? He'll be teaching them to be men, whatever that means. Incoming direct quote. Unapologetic alpha males, Garvey type, the Malcolm type, the Martin type, uncompromising black men, because we need that, because we're losing that. Alpha males are not a real thing, especially in wolf packs. There's a few more things that Dr. Umar is simply wrong about, straight up. For example, just about everything he said publicly about ADHD. He went on News One Radio with Roland Martin, another controversial black figure. These people just interview each other all day, if you haven't noticed by now, and said, ADHD as a diagnosis came to us in 1980. Then it was called ADD, Attention Deficit Disorder. In 1987, the H for hyperactivity was added. So what's he getting at? His primary point is that the major pharmaceutical companies conspired to create these diagnoses, ADD and ADHD specifically, in order to sell more medicine to the population at large. False. PolitiFact states children were being prescribed a stimulant to treat attention disorders even before the term attention deficit disorder, or ADD, was coined in 1980. The New York Times ran an article in 1970 saying 5 to 10% of children in the Nebraska elementary school system were taking some kind of medication for their hyperactivity. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, or DSM, is the American Psychiatric Association's handbook that's used by medical professionals for diagnoses. It says attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is real. People diagnosed with ADHD show a persistent pattern of inattention and or hyperactivity, impulsivity that interferes with functioning or development, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I might not be a doctor myself.
I make it a point, when at all possible, to not respond to individuals whose intellectual competence I consider to be far below my own.
But I think I'm leaning towards the CDC and APA's professional guidelines over unsubstantiated claims from someone who calls himself a prince. What else did he claim? 85% of boys diagnosed with ADHD don't have their father in their life.
Our boys don't need drugs. They need love. They don't need the doctor. They need their daddy. We don't have an attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. What we have is an ain't no daddy at home disorder.
This is unproven. As far as we can tell, his 85% mark has no basis in evidence. Lastly, this claim that black boys are overdiagnosed as compared to other kids has no proof. It's tough to claim he's lying when the statements are as wide as that, but scientists and psychologists in the linked article are fairly confident that he's full of shit. You be the judge. Script is getting long.
I think that, man, I think the dads are definitely needed, period. So we're almost done, y'all.
We talked about a lot here. There were so many things to address. It was tough to take our foot off the gas. There's a lot more we could cover, such as his negative views on homosexuality and interracial marriage, his fake marriage to two women as a publicity stunt for his school.
To my two lovely queens, I thank the creator for the both of you.
Indeed, the first public event of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy takes place in less than 48 hours right here from 11 until 8.
Both of them at the same time?
Come on. Register. And if you hang around, you're going to see Dr. Umar get married. Not to one queen, but two queens. That's right. I'm getting married to two queens in a fashion show.
Hold up. Real quick, we are going to cover the homosexuality piece since it's pretty egregious. Dr. Umar claims homosexuality is a mental illness that requires treatment.
Sexually confused.
While many of his supporters out there are definitely shrugging their shoulders at that. Anyone with more than 0 queer friends will tell you that's a lie. There's no factual or academic basis for anyone to claim someone else's sexual orientation is a mental illness. And it just serves as one more example of a toxic alpha male mentality poisoning the well.
But I will have 2 queens.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is polygamy more realistic?
I think we have to understand that monogamy is not natural to alpha males.
Those views lost him some speaking engagements here and there, but it's not like it'll stick. The man is not okay. And while we laugh at memes, he wants to indoctrinate a new generation of Black children and is leveraging his fame to sell tickets to every speaking appearance across the country. After going through all this info, checking out this money funnel of a website with the self-aggrandizing bio, and being forced to watch all these video clips, Naomi too, my takeaway is that he's not to be trusted with your money or your children. This is always how it starts, the promises, the lofty rhetoric. Dr. Umar has every telltale sign of a cult leader, including the charisma, intelligence, and consistent messaging required to bring people over to your cause. If you've been a supporter of his so far, or you were in the past, I'm not here to point fingers and mock you. Ask yourself, if it was your future on the line, would you trust this man to guide you? What about your child? I hope we come to the same conclusion, but if not, I still want to hear what y'all have to say. Y'all got the information now. Can't say I ain't tell you.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm going to honestly say that I think that was very good. A lot of the information was information overload for Uncle Mike, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest. God dang, young. I'm like, dude. I'm still stuck on the first 3 videos, man. But this is the stuff that's going out on the Dr. Umar, man. I don't think that when I first started hearing him talk, I was kind of sold. But when he started talking about people marrying, he said snow bunnies. He called them snow bunnies. And if somebody is going to support somebody famous basketball player has a snow bunny as a white wife. That's his wife, man. And then he started talking about the football players and the basketball players not supporting him and not supporting this Black movement. That's where you lost me at. I didn't even know nothing about the gay community that he said. Me personally, I would find a way if I had the power or the dream, or if God told me to open up a school, I would find a way to let the people know you could donate, but I would find products and services that people can purchase, like t-shirts. Everybody can purchase an Uncle Mike t-shirt to help raise money for the school. Give them something tangible. Have the books open for them. Let people know that this is what we're doing. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how people get into these situations where they learn how to speak and learn how to public speak and get into your soul, get into your minds, get into your follow me. I am going to get you. I should have something like this going. Follow me. I'm going to get you to the promised land. Really? And then some of these people probably donated $100 that they needed. You know what I'm saying, man? That's not cool. That's not cool at all, man. I never ask. I don't put my Cash App up there. All this stuff is in the description. I don't put my PayPal, Cash App. I don't even mention that stuff, man. I don't want to ask people to donate to the channel. You know, I just want people to donate from their heart, not because I asked them to. But I'm gonna tell you one thing I want you to do. I want you to buy my album. My album coming out August the 1st, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Hey, let me get out of here, man. This thing right here is long. This is a long video. I'm supposed to be in the bed. This is over an hour long. Thank y'all, man. Shout out to all my enders. Shout out to all the enders. I should play a song at the end, but nah. Dr. Umar, you gotta get your stuff together, man. I am really, really disappointed in this. You losing these apartments, and you, no matter what, you keep asking for too many donations. And these people are saying that you raised over $1 million. You raised over $1 million and you ain't got nothing to show for it but frozen accounts. And this same guy, last thing, and then I'm gonna cut it off. This same guy said that you said that your accounts was frozen, and then you went to the bank and the bank said that the account didn't exist. Well, how can it be frozen? The bank telling you it's frozen. How can you freeze a account that don't exist? That part right there, I didn't even catch that. This brother is promoting this to us. And I'm like, yeah, if it's, wait a minute, either the account don't exist or it's frozen. Because if it exists, then you can freeze it. You can't freeze something that's, I don't know. How they say it, make that make sense. There is no account. These are the words that's coming out of his mouth, Dr. Umar's mouth. So I don't know what that means. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. Let's go up, y'all. See that arrow? That's a cool arrow. Peace out.
Bro. Hey, everybody. Brother. Let me go ahead and end it. I'm getting my hair done, so I can't stay with y'all. But Remy done fell asleep, I think. So I'll see y'all later.